Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next part of the stream of the 48-hour community live stream in aid of wildfires and the California Fire Service over in Los Angeles. Yeah, this is what we're doing. This is part of it, my part, PADAWANHQ, and my good friend Jake here, who is brand new to the stream. Hopefully we're going to roll this together and it all comes together nice and smoothly. Like I've already said, we're doing this in aid of the California wildfires and the California Fire Service. So quickly, any donations, if you can, doesn't have to, but any donations that you want to, the link is in the top comment and the link is also in the description of this video. So that being said, happy to be here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's all for a good cause.
All for a good cause. We are going to run down quite a few things tonight, including Skeleton Crew. What else, Jake? Because I've already got my head.
Yeah. So Skeleton Crew, Andor Season 2 hype.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about our Star Wars rankings.
Yeah.
The state of Marvel, DC, switch it up a little bit, Lord of the Rings. And then just other things that kind of pop off in the comment section, I'm guessing.
Yeah, jam-packed 3 hours, and we'll try and get that all to you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I know most of you have probably come from Hive Stream, so thank you very much for that. And I know that it's been a long 36 hours already, and we're in the final stretch now for most people. It's been going on for a while. Wow. A lot of cool different creators have come together, banded together to get this party started. So, like I said, welcome everyone. Obviously, this is different for me. I'm normally the guy, just me on my own. There's two of us tonight, so we can have a back and forth fluid conversation, okay? I just like you all to let me know in the comments if audio good, yes, and everything's running nice and smooth, okay? Like I said, guys, top comment is where you go to if you want to do the donations for the charity. Any and all proceeds will go straight to them. Nothing will be taken off us, and nothing will be made public. We will also, whoever does donate will also be given into a live draw with Brick Dynasty, which I will put his link in the comments soon as possible. So yeah, that is where we go. So before we get going, let's welcome everyone in. Boom. Right, and so Mayo's here. Always, Mayo's one of the great. Mayo is a cool dude. He comes up with the funniest comments. So we're gonna have to go for that. Ostif is the boy.
See that you're already keeping darling.
Yeah, darling. He's that all comes from. I don't know if you know, but that comes from me waking up Sam at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell her that Snow Boys down there. Grab me that. Yeah, the snowy boxer boys were on 40% off, and I thought I'd wake her up to lightly do one. So yeah, that is that. Evening all, we've got Mayo, Ostiv. I'm not opening the slave one, Josh. I am not doing it. However, you've got control of this, so you can get in there if you want to at some point. The slave one's going to get opened towards the release of Django Fett Slave One, which we will cover in June. Okay? Nibble Saucepan, another great guy, right, has a series called Bluestone, right? Absolutely fantastic mock on his YouTube channel. Jedi Master Bricks, another geezer, absolute awesome collection.
Yeah,
just
double boys.
Got all the helmets, right? And we got to say, we've all come from, everyone's from Brick Hive. Lovely, thank you very much. Also, shameless little plug, I'm 11 subs away from 1,000, so if we could hit that, that would be amazing in this 3 hours, okay? Right then, so what are we going to talk about first?
I say we go into Skeleton Crew, maybe.
Obviously, we're going to go into Skeleton Crew. Right, so hopefully everyone at this point has digested the fact that that Skeleton Crew has done, and it's come together, and it's culminated in a lovely ending, and yeah, the show is done. What do you think of the show?
Well, first of all, Skeleton Crew. It was really good Star Wars. It was Steven Spielberg. You know, it was E.T., it was Goonies. I really enjoyed it. Seeing like suburbs in the Star Wars galaxy is so different. Yeah. Obviously, it's a vast galaxy. So there's going to be a suburb out there with these kids on hovercars. Yeah. It felt very down to earth, didn't it? Like, instead of like all these 100,000 things going on and it being absolutely crazy, this, that, and the other, we got something wholesome and story, children at heart of it, and a good little kind of like, how I've described it, like Space Pirates of the Caribbean / Goonies / Treasure Planet 100%. type vibe to it. At first, I didn't feel like the story was really going anywhere, but it was good just tuning in every single week, just to see what mischief these kids were getting up to. But as the series went on, the story picked up massively. I've never been so afraid of a blue lightsaber in my life, apart from Revenge of the Sith, until now. You know, so Jod getting that blue lightsaber, and can I just say, Jude Law put on the performance. You know, I'm a massive Jude Law fan anyway, and he owned his role in that show. And, you know, another standout character for me was Neil. Neil, can't go wrong.
Brilliant character.
A different type of Max Rebo. But yeah, so for me, Jude Law was an absolute standout. I think it's just because there's children on the end of the person played again.
I think we'd already seen that scene. You know, everyone picked up on the scene with, you know, the back shot of them, and then he's flicked out the lightsaber, very Revenge of the Sith.
It's like, we've been here before. We know how this ends. Thankfully, it didn't end that way, because I did not want to see it decapitated Neil's head. Even though my girlfriend's dad was kind of like, he was like just off his head. How are we doing that?
But I thought, you know what? It didn't need to be anything else than what it was. It was basic, fun. You know, it had 1 or 2 filler episodes, but the story was there. You know, curious kids find a ship, get taken out. They have to find their way home. Trouble follows them home, and they deal with the trouble in due course. And it's as simple as that. And it left it open. The ending left it open.
They left it very open. You know, going back to your point about Pirates of the Caribbean, Jod is very Captain Jack Sparrow.
100%.
The fact that they left him in a place where, you know, he had a little smirk on his face. You know, where's he going to go? What's he going to do? He could pop up in the Mandalorian Grogu for all we know. Because Skeleton Crew is the, you know, most current point apart from the so Skeleton Crew is the most current point in the Star Wars canon in my eyes. Yet again, so
we've got a lot of geezers in the chat. All about Neil Nation. That's the first I've heard of him. Neil Nation. Did you know that Skeleton Crew had really poor viewership? Yeah, I think people come off the back of the Acolyte and kind of just was like, I've had enough of this.
I think the state of Star Wars at the moment in mind is I mean, you've got the solid fan base like us, but
the casuals probably were like, "Oh, no."
Yeah, casual viewers, you know, casual cinema goers who just, you know, seeing a trailer with 4 children and they've slapped Star Wars on there. That's not really screaming Star Wars to a lot of people.
No.
But then you've got the hardcore, diehard fans that are just going to tune into everything that they pump out and feed the machine. I loved it so much better than Acolyte. I'd say, better than Boba Fett?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the right reasons. The reason why I felt Skeleton Crew has been one of the best shows it's released since The Mandalorian Season 1 has been because they didn't mess around with anything. They took a simple story, this, that, and the other. Don't get me wrong, right? If Book of Boba Fett, to a degree Kenobi, because I like Kenobi. A lot of people hate Kenobi, but I like Kenobi, the Kenobi series.
I was a massive fan of Kenobi. Apart from that forest.
The thing is, I think if those were done right, it would have done a hell of a lot better. But the thing is, the Skeleton Crew is so basic and such a simple story that you can't mess it up. Do you know what I mean? You could not mess it up. But there were some fantastic things, like the whole. I don't think anyone saw coming the Onyx Cinder shedding its skin.
Oh my god! How that was like.
I don't think I've seen a ship as nice as that since the. One of my favourite ships is the Naboo, the Naboo Royal Starfighter. No, the Royal Star Cruiser. One of the escape, Padme's one. And I think,
they're very similar look, especially when it's
well, it's got chrome, isn't it? Like that bright chrome, which is a shame because Lego will probably never make that, or they'll make it. But like that was the ship, the pirate ship. I don't know if it had a name. I can't remember. Jod's big, massive. The main ship. That was pretty cool.
It's like his frigate, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we got to see what's his name?
Bane.
Yeah, Bane. He's kind of popping up here and there, which is cool. Nice to have a little continuity character.
Are you gutted, but we didn't get a Hondo?
Oh, of course, everyone
was gunning for a Hondo cameo, and I'll never forget when Mandalorian Season 2 was on.
where Din, Warren had to go into that other piece of armor, and they were getting attacked by what's called like pirates and that. So everyone was hoping for a Hondo cameo in that.
The thing is, right, and this
was a pirate show.
Here's my thing on Hondo. Here's my thing. There's a lot of diehards that would love to see Hondo, but the casual fan has probably never seen the Clone Wars, probably never seen Rebels.
Who's this dude?
Exactly, who's this dude? And the first thing they're going to do is go, they've ripped off Pirates of the Caribbean, because Hondo is Space Captain Jack Sparrow. So I think that's probably why they're kind of staying away from the character.
I mean, he's got a massive thing going on in Disney parks.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But yeah, what thoughts have you guys got about Skeleton Crew in the comments?
Yeah,
anything?
Let us know what's going on Skeleton Crew. But I thought, and it was a really good show. Really good show. It leaves it open for what I did. Did you? One of my favourite scenes was and I'll probably butcher the actual. I'm not going to say it verbatim because I'll get it messed up. But the bit where he goes up to see what's it called? The supervisor goes up to see the supervisor, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a Jedi, I'm an emissary," and then he goes and he speaks to Vice Undersecretary, the mum, Farah. He speaks to Vice Undersecretary Farah, and he goes, "We've been watching. Been
watching you and your daughter with great interest."
Yeah. And then I was like, "Oh, episode 1."
Yeah, we'll watch your career with great interest.
But it was.
Do you know who voiced the supervisor?
No, who did?
Stephen Fry.
Was it?
So in that show, you've got Stephen Fry, you've got Nick Frost as 33.
Yeah.
Honestly, when they cut his head off,
devastating.
You know, like 33 is such a good droid, and one of my favourite parts of him as a droid is definitely the one eye missing, because that is the eye patch. That is the eye patch, and the way he talks, Nick Frost did such a good job at that. And you remember the episode when you see the battle droid? He's going to rescue the goddess. That alien catches eyes. God, you know who voices that alien? Melina.
Oh, right, really? Oh, okay.
It's a pretty stacked cast for a very undermarketed iPad show.
Okay. My favourite scene with 33, and everyone let us know what your favourite scene in Skeleton Crew was. My favourite scene with 33 is 33, and it's when they're arguing over who claims the Onyx Cinder, and Jod's like, "I claim the Onyx Cinder," and then I can't remember her name. The girl was like, "Unclaimsies, I unclaimsies it," or whatever she said, and then Jod's like, "You can't do that," and then 33 just like boom punches him and goes, "I but it'd be close enough." I was like, that scene was awesome, absolutely awesome.
I really like the Easter egg. It wasn't the same ship, I don't think, but from the Hammerhead at the very end.
Yes. It wasn't the Tantive 4, but it was.
Seeing a Hammerhead, and also the B-wings in live action doing their quad laser blast coming together and just shredding that ship. You know, oh my god!
Because the Tantive 4 is a medical frigate, isn't it? So that would have been just another medical frigate that they brought in, but it was still cool to see. And like I said, B-wing with the tri-laser fucking beam, absolutely amazing. And
I love that episode of Rebels when you've got Sabine Hera going off and getting the guy who's doing the prototype B-wing for the first time. So seeing, and you know, we've seen B-wings in A New Hope and stuff like that, but not in modern Star Wars live action. No. And actually, in A New Hope, you just see them flying through. This time, we're seeing them, do stuff. We're seeing them attacking, and just.
Mayo, thank you. 9 subs to 1,000. Maybe I'll just do my own little cheeky giveaway with a couple of Boxer boys. We've got to do a couple of boxes of boys. Maybe I'll do. We've got stuff. I'm sorry, but the slave ones I have
more boxes.
More boxes of boys. We've got loads. Anyway, but and the bit at the end with the X-wings as well. I thought, are they just going to send 1 or 2 in? Surely not. And then the whole fleet of X-wings, like a good 10, 15 X-wings just all came down. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Really liked how Jod ended up being on the hologram during that last bit, and he started talking to Gunther. You remember Gunther? So Gunther looked really comfortable in that captain's chair, and obviously Pirates are all about music taking over, and he goes on the hologram a bit like Palpatine will. He's massive compared to everyone else, and he's talking about how he needs backup and he's down. And then Gunther just sat in that chair, looking really comfy, and at any point, Kenji's.
But speaking of Lego, I don't have the Onyx Cinder, and now I wanted it. I now really want it because the show did so well. And I said previously, oh yeah, we want the shredded version, but I said,
It's good one.
yeah, oh, I think, especially if they renew a season 2, they'll bring out some more Lego sets of it. I think, it's a perfect example, a perfect excuse to give us a B-wing. It's a perfect excuse to give us the new Onyx Cinder.
Yeah.
I
mean, one thought I had was the hover bikes.
The hover bike, yeah.
Just do like a 30, 35 pound. I don't know what that would be in dollars, maybe $40, something like that. But you just do their bikes.
Yeah.
Little
2 or 3 pack.
Yeah, just do like a little battle pack with their bikes, and then you could put the security droids in there from Assassin as well. So
yeah. So Jedi Master Brooks has got it. I said I wasn't going to buy the Onyx Cinder because I wanted to watch the show first, and then because the show's done so well and I really liked it, I now want the Onyx Cinder and as a set. But they missed the trick because they didn't put 33 in the set. But I don't think they knew, because I don't know if you know, Jake, how Lego works. But they get preliminary stuff from Disney.
So
concepts from Disney. And the reason why we think that 33 isn't in there is because he was never shown in the concepts of the Lego, so that's why he's not in the set. But it only gives them an excuse to do a new Onyx Cinder.
Oh, you mentioned earlier, for example, buildable 33.
Buildable 33.
They did buildable C3PO, and you got the blue backup. You do
Mayo.
buildable 33.
No worries, Mayo. Thank you for jumping in. Maybe I'll see you at the end. We're going to have some people jump in, like our usual fan favourites. But yeah, buildable 33 would be fantastic.
You could do like the diorama sets maybe. So do a mini suburb with the Secretary's Tower.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing that I liked about the Secretary was just ended up being a droid. I found it hilarious.
Being a droid.
I can imagine loads of people wanting like a big cameo of someone, who's in control of this mint.
Well, you got to think AT-AT's been sheltered since the Republic.
Yeah.
So it's
and
been
the last
sheltered
message they got,
4 years? Sheltered for?
Something like that. But the last message they
was Order 66.
That's how Job gets found out, isn't it?
Yeah. That bit where he's like, so you say you're a Jedi and an emissary, but if you're a Jedi, the last message we got was that all Jedi were traitors. So what are you, a Jedi or an emissary? And he's like,
yeah. I love how the Secretary was like, and then he sticks the lightsaber right into the all the arm pieces are coming out, and falling apart, and you get proper Qui-Gon Jinn vibes when episode 1, where he's breaking through the door and during negotiation. Yeah. And the melting of the door.
Yeah.
You see it, what looks like if you zoom in, you see what looks like a teardrop from the emissary's eye.
Oh, okay.
From the melting of his eye, which is a pretty, subtle thing that they ended up putting in there.
By the way, just for my own peace of mind, can someone just say yay or nay to the audio, because this is the first time we're going off the mic, but we've kind of like bowling it together, aren't we? Yeah. Not quite as professional as some of these podcaster people who have
got a table and a camera each.
Everyone's talking about they want to talk about the slave one and its GWP, because we're getting the Jango Fett slave one. We will come onto that in due course. But audio sign's fine. Cheers, Slurpee. Thank you very much. God. Well, like I said, we've been talking 2026 potentially starts Giant Crew Lego sets, because we know they'll never bring it out or they'll bring it out too late like they normally do. It's done, especially if they say they're going to renew the series. They're going to renew season 2 of Skeleton Crew. I hope they do. I think that's when we will see more Skeleton Crew sets. Oh, you can definitely market it towards the lower end of the age range.
I mean, you could easily see more sets because it hasn't been slated like most previous shows have done. So they can definitely see that there's a fan base there for it. And then obviously if it gets greenlit, then people are going to get talking. So that would just give them, reason to be like, well, people want this. Yeah. Let's make some more.
It wouldn't surprise me if they bring us another pirate snub fighter, right? Another one, right? Another pirate
with another vein.
Yeah. They're going to do, I reckon they've got to do the new Onyx Cinder. That's just a given.
Yeah.
33 in some capacity, whether he's a minifig in a set or he's a buildable character. The bikes, I think, would be a nice little cool set. I just hope they don't follow some of the filler episodes. So, you know, that episode where they go to Atrin. And I hope they don't do a set from that, because that was clearly a little filler episode towards the end.
For cheap, you could probably, it's so easy. You just do like Bunny's house.
Yeah, like a little cheeky, yeah.
Like Star Wars isn't known for having houses apart from what the homestead.
Yeah.
You've got the homestead build.
Yeah, like part of a house, yeah.
Yeah, that is part of the house, so you can just
you get the odd Tusken Raiders. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the Mos Eisley Cantina has been rebuilt and it's on the shelf. It's a placeholder for the Y1. Yeah, I didn't nearly just walk into the 8080 and like take his head off clean, but yeah.
What 2026 sets are you excited for then? That are possibly going to be coming out?
Wow, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. I've barely get rid of the ones that are coming up this year, to be honest. I don't think we're still got a complete what's the word, rundown of every set that's coming out this year. What we do know is they've kind of split it up this year. Last year, as an example, they did barely any sets in January, then we had a lot in March, and then we had a couple in April, then we had a lot in May. This year they've kind of spread them out. So January we had a big wave. February, I believe, is like pretty much nothing. March will probably be a few sets, and then May is like a big hit because it's May the 4th. MTT, there's a few. We'll have to run down through all the sets as we when we get to that stage.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we're gonna just get onto the bit of Andor season 2 hype. And I know, some people are not a fan of Andor because of the way it is quite slow for a season. I love Andor. I was one of them. I like Andor. Rogue One is one of the best Star Wars films they've made.
100%.
Andor took it to kind of like back behind the scenes, behind the rebellion.
It was a Winter Soldier, wasn't it?
Yeah, starting behind the scenes with the rebellion. You know, very political, doing things this way and that way.
I've never seen Mon Mothma shine so much.
Yeah, I'm excited. When does Andor season 2 drop?
Is it March?
Is it March? I think it might be March.
I think it's March.
Let me pull out my trusty phone that will tell me when.
I mean, personally, when it comes to Andor season 1, I haven't rewatched it.
22nd of April.
22nd. Oh,
22nd of April.
There we go. So I haven't rewatched Andor yet, and I was watching it weekly as it came out. Oh my god, it was a drag for me.
It is. It is.
And I can't remember any of the characters apart from Andor, obviously. And then you've got Luthen, that Skarsgård plays, amazingly. Yeah. And then Uncle Jr. from Harry Potter. Yeah. You know, her speech at the end was amazing. I remember the speech. No, all I remember is getting pretty like. But they took what I felt to be the Clone Wars in the sense of arcs. Yeah. Episodes. So it was 3 episodes for the Dam, 3 episodes for the prison, and these like. Oh my god, it breaks me. But they took that 3 episode arc type structure to it. I still need to. I'm going to rewatch it, and a lot of people that I've spoken to, as yourself or my best mate as well, they've binged it, and if you just binge it, it does fly through. Yeah. It's got a bit of pace to it, so I'm looking forward to actually rewatching Andor again. It's
like Pocket Master's saying here, you got to get through the first few episodes before you can. Watching it week by week, I can imagine how slow it was for a lot of people. It doesn't bother me, but if you could just punch Andor season 1 out in one hit, I think it was so much better, because it's like you build up towards the climax, so to speak.
Well, there are some shows that Disney have dropped on that, and it's like so much better if you just drop it all in one go.
Yeah, 100%.
So that doesn't just go for Star Wars shows, but also for Marvel shows. But there's plenty of Marvel shows out there that it's like do with the state of Marvel shows. But there's a bunch of shows out there where if they just drop these in one go, it would have had that movie feel to it, a bit like a director's cut. Like we all know how good the Snyder cut is. you know, because it's that long. You could, and the Snyder Cut was split up into like what 4 parts with the prologue and epilogue included, so it was 6 parts.
I like the Snyder. I like the Snyder
Cut as well. It's so much better than the Whedon cut.
Yeah. But we should, in Andor season 2, we should all be excited to finally get K2SO back on the screen.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because they gave us a little they gave us a little tease. They gave us a little tease of it in season 1 when he gets arrested by the security droid. Gave us a little taste, and one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars, Director Krennic, him coming back.
Wasn't that security droid voiced by Whitwer?
Yes, it was. I believe so.
On the beach.
Yeah,
it was.
There he is, Director Krennic up there.
Look at him, right next to Thrawn.
Yeah,
and
Colonel Yularen. But Acolyte is the best Star Wars. Yes, of course. But yeah, Andor. I'm excited for Andor, and hopefully it doesn't get shit onto.
Well, I'm looking for, obviously season 1 was 5 BBY, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it took place over 1 year. Now season 2 is going to be taking place over 4 years. I think every 3 episodes. They're doing
a time jump, isn't they?
Yeah, they're doing that 3 episode structure again. But after the 3 episodes are done, it's jumping a year.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people might get annoyed about, because it's like, well, what's he done for the last 11 months? You know, like, you're jumping so much.
Yeah.
But we need to get to Rogue One. And do you think it's going to end with him in that alleyway killing that guy?
That makes sense. That makes sense, wouldn't it?
Because with the way Rogue One finishes,
or like, I've got to go. It will end with like
him getting the job contract.
Yeah, it'd be like, what are you going to do next? He's like, I've got to go to so and so to seek out someone about some information, and then it ends, and then that's Rogue One is when he goes to see that bloke about some information, doesn't he?
Because I think one thing that people love about Rogue One is the fluidity of it. When you finish Rogue One, you turn it off, put A New Hope straight back on, and it just flows straight into it. And they might be wanting to go with that fluidity with Andor, in the sense of you finish Andor, go straight into Rogue One, go straight into A New Hope, and it's just one seamless thing going through. Because I don't think apart from Rebels, that's stuff that, you know, takes place between Andor season 1 and during season 2. Because obviously Rebels spans so many years.
Andor season, it makes, they're not going to stretch Andor any more out than it needs to be. I think season 2 is going to, like you said, it's going to flow straight into Rogue One, and then off you go. Kind of, Star Wars is one of them typical franchises where, unfortunately, the creator George Lucas decided to make a bit here and a bit there, and Disney have had to fill in everything in between and make it work. Like Rogue One, I think people are very pessimistic about, and then it turned out to be one of the best pieces of Star Wars media that anyone's had.
Like,
considering it didn't have any lightsaber fights in it, really, apart from Darth Vader's hallway scene at the end, which is top 5 Star Wars scenes of all time.
Absolutely goated. But what's better? Mauls.
What, Maul?
Season 7 of Clone Wars. Luke's Mandalorian season 2. There's a couple of like Maul just like no lightsabers, ripping panels off, you know, cutting people's arms off, with doors shutting.
Like, I get it, but when you like
Vader holding someone up,
all the like they know what's coming, and they're like, oh, man,
get out,
like and the red, and like
I'll never forget watching the hallway sequence with Vader in the cinema, and it's just pitch black. You hear the sirens, and then the lightsaber ignites, and the whole cinema just turned red. Like, that's a feeling of fear. Like, I'm feeling what they're feeling. I'm like, you're screwed. All you guys are screwed. There's no point. Just drop those plans.
That was the first bit of Star Wars content. Did you know Rogue One was the first bit of Star Wars content where James Earl Jones didn't voice Darth Vader?
Really?
Yeah, didn't voice him. They CGI'd the voice. Because for one reason or another, James Earl Jones couldn't do it. So they CGI'd the voice, and that's why if you listen to Rogue One back compared to pretty much every other bit of Star Wars media that James Earl Jones just sounds ever so like
computerized.
Yeah, like computerized. It sounds like, you know, like when you got a digital keyboard, and you press it and it goes bing.
Yeah.
It sounds really like raspy. So yeah, that was what we got going on in the chat then. Brick by Brick, how's it going? Slurpy's back in, a resident Irish man. He's got like the best HD quality camera you'd ever seen in your life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a meme?
Yeah. Giant Master Bricks, what's going on, everyone? Bit Logo Guy, our man over here. Nate Built, hello. Right, cool. So, Andor season 2. Like we can't go over it. We're gonna whip it until it's dead. As I said,
Out of 10, what's your height?
I admit I'm a 6.
6?
Yeah, I'm not even that.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. When it drops, I'll be excited to watch it.
Are you waiting for a trailer?
I am waiting for a trailer.
Yeah.
I was surprised. Bear in mind, it comes out April.
We haven't had anything.
We have not had anything.
Yeah, so we've got like less than 4 months.
Yeah.
For them to, be like, push.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. Like marketing lately for a lot of different things, it's just been awful.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Do you reckon? I reckon we'll get GTA 6 before we get Andor season 2 trailer.
Fire up the GTA.
Oh
6
yeah,
news.
the Super Bowl, 100%. When is the
Super Bowl?
I have no concept of American football because it's. Well,
Isn't
with it,
the Super Bowl like?
I don't know.
I'm British. We're both British.
Yeah. I don't understand how you can have a World Series sport where only your country gets involved in it.
World Series.
Right. They do control the world. I mean, they have deleted TikTok off the face of the planet. Rest in peace, TikTok. Rest in peace, CapCut. All right, more importantly. All right. Star Wars celebrations in April. But why would you wait that long? It's going to release You're going to build. You got to build your hype up for Star Wars Celebration. I'm getting the FOMO.
Unless like Star Wars Celebration, you end up getting like an exclusive scene, something like that.
Well, that's what we had during.
When was it out? 21st of April.
22nd.
So like, say.
When the Star Wars Celebration's up?
Does anyone know when Celebration is?
Because it's in Tokyo this year, and I got the FOMO. I really wanted to go to Star Wars Celebration, but it was Star Wars Celebration. It was Brickworld Chicago 2025, and obviously I picked to hang out with the boys in Brickworld. It is. Japanese has started coming up. 18th to the 20th, so it doesn't even. So it releases 2 days later. They'll do what they did.
They'll do an exclusive screening like they did for Kenobi. Was it Kenobi?
It was Mandalorian. Mandalorian season 3. I think they did an exclusive stream.
Yeah, they did.
We had when I was at Star Wars Celebration, not last year, the year before, 2022. They had an exclusive.
It was Kenobi, wasn't it?
Was it Kenobi?
Because Ewan McGregor was there and they watched in the crowd.
Oh, of course, yeah. But we watched the. We went into the screening for Ahsoka.
Yeah,
and they gave us a trailer in the screening.
Yeah,
that no one else had seen yet. But at that point, there was already a lot of media for Ahsoka at that point. So I don't understand why we haven't got that much media for Andor season 2. See,
for me, Ahsoka was actually. It might be a hot take, but I really enjoyed Ahsoka. I'm an Ahsoka simp.
I really enjoyed Ahsoka.
I am an Ahsoka simp. Like the whole Sabine thing.
Yeah, whatever, man.
You take it with a pinch of salt. They're trying to go off what George Lucas says about people. Anyone can use the Force as long as they train.
Yeah, but there's a difference between using the Force and like, if it was the case and I could learn to use the Force, I would learn it just so I didn't have to like.
You do what they do in the Lego Star Wars games.
Yeah,
just build everything.
Yeah, but like I think they've overdone it because now there's nothing special about it now.
No.
Because everyone can do it.
Yeah,
it's just not special, and I'm sick and tired of people getting stabbed in the abdomen by a lightsaber and surviving.
Rest in peace, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, rest in peace, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Every single time someone gets stabbed and survives, I just think of Liam Neeson.
George, yes, I was at. Is it 23? Yeah, I was at Celebration 23. That's where I met Josh for the first time and didn't even realise I'd met him. Me and Boba Fett first.
Oh, nice.
We didn't realise we met each other, but we were actually. He bought a set that I wanted, a Lego set.
Yeah.
He bought a Lego set that I wanted, and I was like, "Fuck, someone's already bought it." And I was stood next to him, didn't realise.
No way.
And then I went and bought the other set which he wanted. So we bought We bought a set that we each. He bought the set I wanted, and I bought the set he wanted. We didn't realise, and then we spoke to each other on Instagram, and then we became friends, and then that's when we clicked back to that moment. But yeah, I went in 23. It was really good. Got into the screening for Ahsoka. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. And Sam, bless her, just put up with me for 2 days non-stop of trying to.
Like she had anything saying that.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be her birthday, London as well. So but I spent 2 days at Celebration. So. I went Friday and Saturday, so I went for the 2 middle days. Yeah.
Isn't that where you met Hayden Christensen as well?
Yeah. He's up there.
Yeah.
He's up there. Met Hayden Christensen. I had a good chat with him. I got told by security to move along, and Hayden Christensen told the security to piss off. It was weird. Ryan,
this isn't the Hayden you're looking for.
This is not
move
the
along.
Hayden you're looking for. What's that? The blade was in Sabine longer than Qui-Gon. Her stab in episode 1.
What? So it was able to cauterize the wound,
Yeah,
give her a fighting chance.
We were in line for the screening, and the dude on the far was like, "No, you didn't. You ain't coming in." So I'm quite a confident person. I'm quite. Oh, hello, Martin. What's going on? Here he is. I'm quite a confident person. So speaking of this, and I'm sad to see you didn't get in. But basically, what we did, they had like a queue. So you queued to get in, then you had to go through the convention center, and there was another queue.
Right.
And they had really poor at checking badges. Okay. Like they just weren't checking badges whatsoever. And I went, Sam, come with me. So I grabbed hold of Sam and I just walked behind the VIP line and just walked in like I own the place. And they let me in.
If you walk with purpose.
Yeah. And they let me in. It was the same when we were queuing to get in. All the VIP members were just being let in to go in. And I put my badge down my top and I went, Sam, I'll be back in a minute. And I just walked around and they were like, they said to me like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just bowling there, like I pretend like I knew what I was doing," and then just walked in, and then I got to walk around. I walked for like 20 minutes. I walked around the convention center, like barely anyone there, and I was just like, just looking around stuff. And then and then they finally caught me and like, "Have you got?" I was like, "No," and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, I'm just gonna get a brew." But yeah, we're gonna go top 3 upcoming Lego sets, as in for this year, right? So what are you excited for, the audience? Yeah, so we want to know what the top 3 Lego Star Wars sets coming out, or Lego sets in general, because I've got mine and not all of them are Star Wars, but top 3 Lego sets, or top 5, or whatever you want to do, of 2025 that you're excited in the FPJ day 1 purchase.
Does it have to be UCS?
It doesn't have to be. Of course it doesn't have to be UCS.
That's good.
It can be anything. It could be a brickhead, for all I care.
I mean, I sent my brother the Eeyore one the other day. It's a massive Winnie the Pooh fan. Always has been.
Oh yeah, they got those. Yeah, those brickheads are quite cool. I might have to. Sam will like them.
Yeah. 3 for me. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Game Boy looks like.
Oh yeah.
So I had a Game Boy as a kid. I think pretty much everyone has.
Yeah.
Unless you're not that generation. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Game Boy looks like. The Black Pearl.
Nothing. Hang on. Sorry. Did I see nothing good enough? Nothing good enough. Oh, there's some absolute fire coming out this year.
The Black Pearl.
Yeah.
And then one that got announced the other day, the Spider-Man 2 Sam Raimi train battle.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna get a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man again, because his fig is so expensive. Yeah. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man minifig is rip-ass expensive. Yeah. So
obviously you get it in the Statue of Liberty set.
Oh, do you?
In
no. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
They did Tom.
This is how much I know.
Tom in his integrated suit,
okay.
And then you get Andrew and Toby in that. So, but I don't know how much an original Tobey Maguire would cost. I don't know if it looks different or what.
Yeah.
But the train scene from Spider-Man 2 is just iconic, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
And I mean, the face printing on that, literally, that face printing, you get that for face printing.
Yeah.
And that's going to be unique to the set.
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't it going to be like $50? Did I see?
$50.
Yeah, so $50. So we're probably looking at like
35 quid.
35 quid.
Yeah.
For a little play set.
Yeah.
And it will literally just be 2 minutes.
I'll buy that set as well.
With maybe some civilians to fill out the front of the train.
I don't touch Marvel sets, but I would buy that set.
Yeah. Well, I've still got my Daily Bugle sealed.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you need to get the Avengers Tower as well.
I know.
Yeah.
I've got the Sanctum.
No, you definitely need Avengers Tower because you have all 3. Because they're all modular, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all modular. They all stick together.
You can stick them in a de facto Lego City if that's what you were down for. Yeah. But
imagine the chaos outside all 3 of those buildings.
Yeah. But mine, I don't. So I know the first one that really like shouts out to me as I want this set.
Yeah.
Is the Black Pearl is one. I'm a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I want the Black Pearl, and obviously I don't know if you know, but the original Black Pearl is like $1,000 now if you wanted to buy it.
I've seen that.
But this Black Pearl is going to be like 2,000 more pieces, mate. Like it's or 1,000, 1,500 more pieces.
So on the original, can you go inside the ship? Can you take panels off?
I think it's got a small interior. I'm not too sure, but yeah. So Black Pearl, Hobbiton.
Oh, I forgot about
Hobbiton, obviously, and then it's a toss. It's a toss up between like the Jango Fett Slave one, maybe the V19 Torrent.
Oh,
rumor.
Someone's saying Krusty Burger in the chat.
Oh,
see, and someone in the chat earlier said nothing good enough
because they're bringing out Icon, like they're bringing out. They're not bringing out.
They're relaunching the whole Simpsons line, aren't they?
Is it the whole Simpsons line?
Yeah, I think so. I think I
thought
heard
it was
that
just
they're
an
going to be
Icon
redoing
set.
the house.
Are they redoing the house?
I think they're redoing the house.
Oh yeah, and Cody, another good friend. Me and Cody are like this when it comes to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Balrog, but the Balrog is a book nook, so I'm a bit like pessimistic. I'm a bit like, what's it going to be like? So think of a bookcase, yeah. So you know you have bookends.
Yeah.
It's not a bookend; it's a break in the books themselves, and it's like it's like a diorama.
Right, got it.
And people have them, and they're like models. People have them; they're like ornaments that they put in their bookcases, and it splits up all the books.
Okay.
But it's like a little diorama scene, but in like the shape of a book like that, and you can see what's going on inside.
That's
So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Originally I thought it was a buildable Balrog, but then it's turned into a Balrog Gandalf book nook, like
so
that
it's going to be a square frame of just them.
So I'm
falling down the cave.
So I'm wondering how that's going to pan out. But what else? What have people have got in there? So we've got the Black Pearl, Krusty Burger. What's if we go up? Django Fett Slave 1, MTT. So they're bringing out a Clone Wars MTT.
Yeah. Isn't it the blue one?
Yeah, blue and grey. Yeah. So MTT, Django Fett Slave 1, the UCS ATST. People banging for the UCS ATST. The old ones was expensive since the rumors come out. People have been trying to stick it all on Vinted and sell it. Yeah. They didn't check mine either. Django Fett, none if it's FPJ. Oh yeah, so Martin's a bit of an old man, and he likes to save his pennies where he can. But some sets you just got to go out and buy it. You just got to go and get it. And I used to buy that. I used to buy FPJ all the time. Used to be the first in line at Lego store to buy everything at once. And the amount of money I probably.
Well, do you remember when we went to Bristol?
Yeah.
And you got your Venator.
Yeah, but that's different because the Venator comes with the GWP, and I'm a big thing of the FOMO. Like the $1,000 Death Star that's rumored to come out at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Probably going to buy it day one, especially if it's got a GWP. Say Krusty Burger. So UT80, Galactic Marines.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're going to hopefully they do the Galactic Marines properly, and so it should be like a the snow class is the. So how I think they're going to do it is so they're going to use the Snowtrooper mask.
Yeah.
And they should dual mold the Snowtrooper. So it'll be white on the bottom, pink on the top, I believe.
Yeah.
So it should be like that. And then
because they're the ones that kill Kiadi.
Yeah. No one cared about Kiadi. So he only celebrated all the 66.
Oh my god, wasn't he that guy that turned up in Acolyte?
Yeah. Like, why did you see that? Anyway. 327 battle pack, so we're getting 327 Star Core.
Nice.
So we
Still
can
waiting for a walk
so we can get our Bly. Well, Bly won't be in the set. Hopefully, he'll be in another set. But we get 327 Star Core, and then we can recreate the Order 66 scene where they're just absolutely mag dumping the hell out of Ayla Secura. That would be fun. Krusty Burger is going to be a day one buy.
Diorama.
What?
Yeah, in a diorama.
The closest we've got to Order 6016 is that bloody Bark Speeder with Keller and Beck, and you've got the pole. Black Pearl. And everyone's sleeping on. If it's good, if it looks good, I will probably buy the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, what Star Trek? Yeah,
it's a cool. There's nothing else that intrigues me. I don't care for the figs because
I've never seen Star Trek.
It's the wrong cast.
Never seen Star Trek. Never had an interest.
Have you not watched any of the Chris Pine movies? They're really good. The third one's shit.
because I've always been brought up on Star Wars, that it's like going against my religion.
You gotta have a little bit. You gotta see what's going on out there.
Yeah, but
So yeah, it's like the train battle, more mech U-wing battle packs. You could, yeah, I suppose you might get because it's so cheap. You might as well just bloody buy it. And you...
Yeah. Going back to the Death Star.
See, Nimble said it's an icon set. An icon set, they only normally make one and maybe two. They won't do a whole line of it.
That's a shame. Can you imagine the Simpsons school?
Yeah.
Do the school.
So Balrog, Black Pearl, Hobbiton. I do like that study. So Cody, I want to know if you're going to FPJ all them three. I'm definitely going to FPJ Hobbiton, 100%. Well, I'm going to buy it online because I'll be in Egypt at the time because it comes out April 1st, I believe, and I will be by the Great Pyramid of Giza. Balrog, Black Pearl. Black Pearl will probably be a day one buy.
Yeah.
I reckon I'll buy that day one.
Go into the Death Star again. What could they change to the playset?
I think it's just going to make it bigger. I know everyone's had everyone has their say on it, and I'm firmly in the camp of it's just going to be massive.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be absolutely huge. Get the playset type like 1.5x it, so like half bigger.
Yeah.
Make it 50% bigger, and then give it panels on the top, and that's your $1,000 Death Star.
And then
I think it's going to disappoint.
Return the Jedi, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to disappoint me. Yeah, so we all think they're going to have sections where you can pull it out and it would turn it into Death Star 2. But...
Is it going to be worth $1,000 though? I think it will be one of those.
If they give us they should give us a GWP for Hobbiton. They should give us a GWP for Hobbiton. Let's take it back to the ring race and have them on horseback. That'd be cool as a GWP.
Here's a Lord of the Rings set for you. You're the Lord of the Rings guy. The pub.
Prancing Pony.
That's it. Yeah. Just make that.
The Prancing Pony scene, they're all like in there, just like
having a laugh, having a drink.
Or the bedroom scene where they're about to come in and stab the beds up.
Yeah. You know, you can get like a proper
or GWP. They could call it Hobbit's Escape, and they're running from. You get a little scene. You got Merry, Pippin, Sam, and Frodo. They're running. You got a little build with the Buckleberry Ferry.
Yeah.
And then you got a couple of the 3 or 4 of the ring race, like or maybe 2 because it's a GWP, like 1 or 2 with the horse, Black Horse, and that would be cool because I love that scene. And he's like, Brandywine, they get on the Buckleberry Ferry, follow me, and they run off, and then he's like, what's the next? How far's the next crossing? Brandywine Bridge, 20 miles.
I'm still waiting for a Lego Minister. Personally.
We'll get there, I reckon. No. Minister will 100% be a micro scale. It'll be micro build. So it'll be, you know, the Hogwarts. You know Hogwarts.
Yeah. The one with the carriage and the ship, the diorama one.
No, the one of the whole castle, but it's micro build.
That comes with the ship and the carriage.
Oh, I don't know. It's like the only Harry Potter set you'd ever catch.
So obviously you've got like the £350 massive one, which you need a dining room table just to fit that on. And then you've got the much more condensed one, which I think is more detailed. Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But I think that's how you do Minister. If the next one we'll get is we'll get a
Minister of that big.
No, we'll do they'll do but that's technically micro. That's micro scale in the size it actually 100%. Is in the lore.
Yeah,
that is
someone's got like an Ant-Man disc.
Yeah,
thrown it.
But
at it.
We need Tower of Orthanc.
Yeah,
a redo of Tower of Orthanc. I'm also anyone who wants to sell me a Tower of Orthanc at Brickworld Chicago 2025. I'm down.
See, they could do like a £30 pack, like a Shelob battle.
No, I'm saying they've already done. They've done that. They've done Shelob's attack, and they need to come up with I think everyone's pining for everyone's pining for them to re-release the theme and have it as a mainline theme. But I'm happy with them just doing icons, keeping it icons, and doing 2 or 3 sets a year. I'll be happy with that. What else have we got? Slurpee, what are we saying? Looking forward to some City Somersets, ATST. Cautiously optimistic about Hobbiton. Yeah, well, it's slated to have 2,000 pieces. I think it's going to be like Rivendell and Barad-dûr, where it's going to be Dollhouse, and there's going to be no back to it, which I'm fine with because they should be more display sets than anything.
100%.
If GWPs will FPJ all, otherwise I will most likely FPJ Balrog and possibly the Pearl. Okay. I'll do the Star Wars sets depending on GWPs. Green Dragon GWP. Oh no, you know what? That's a good shout, isn't it? Green Dragon GWP.
That's really good.
Yeah. Or they could do the. No, they won't do that. I'll ignore that. I'll FPJ the Star Wars releases if the GWPs are hot. Yeah, I'll FPJ the Star Wars sets this year. No shame. Shameless. Who else buys everything on May 4th? You do it in 4 transactions, get a bunch of... Yeah, that's the order. That's the way it's got to be done. Do you know what I mean? You got to be smart about this. You got to hit the threshold on May 1st, get your GWPs. Then you make another order to get more GWPs. That's how I've got 2 of the Trade Federation droid carriers over there. Yeah, I agree with Cody. I would rather have a more detailed Helm's Deep over a Minas Tirith all day.
Yeah,
all day. Give me like a MBS, so Master Builder Series Osgiliath battle, where you've got Troops of Gondor, Faramir.
Yeah.
You've got Gothmog, and the first wave of the orcs from Mordor come in, and they have a big scrap. That'd be fun. I still have 3 of the $100 sets from August to buy, but I'm waiting for May 4th.
Recreate the scene from Two Towers on Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
Throw me.
Yeah.
Don't tell the elf.
Throw me. No, toss me.
Yeah, toss me.
Toss me. I cannot make the tongue. You'll have to toss me. That's it. Order, I can either confirm or deny that. Nimble killing me tonight with these hot takes. Yeah, I love it. Give us some sick minutes. I take it Minas Tirith troops with these hot takes. The battle pack. Yeah, we need Lord of the Rings battle pack. I've been asking for this for years. We need a whole theme of Lord of the Rings at this point. We can't. Do you know why we don't want a whole theme of Lord of the Rings? Because I can't afford it. And something's got to suffer, and it's going to be Lord of the Rings or it's going to be Star Wars, and Star Wars will suffer.
Or it will just be your bank account in general.
No, because Sam, if I have to keep Sam happy, otherwise I'm screwed.
Buy another treehouse.
Again, with what money if I'm buying Lord of the Rings and Star Wars? Ooh. So Muttley, right? I don't know if we know if you've so Muttley, he's worth following on Insta. Okay, yeah. He's got a hidden collection of like every Lego Star Wars set you can think of.
No, really.
Like he opened the other day just for like I don't know whether he was doing it for a purpose or for a mock or whatever, but he bought those battle packs out there.
Yeah.
Bought 100 of them, and just spent all night watching ACOB, watching the boys, just ripping open sets and just redoing all the clones and stuff, just like army building.
Fair.
But he's got an awesome collection, and he's holding one of my childhood sets. He's holding one for me. He's got 3 of them. It was the plate scale Star Destroyer in 2007, and he's holding one for me. I'm going to buy it off him.
Nice.
That I want to have again.
See, I'm a massive.
Hi, what's all this hate? Let's chill.
I might be a bit of a hot take, but I like
Go
The
on.
Hobbit.
Wow.
You know I like The Hobbit. Obviously not as great as Lord of the Rings, but
nothing was great.
Nothing will beat Lord of the Rings. I mean, Rings of Power line. I'm joking. So with The Hobbit, like what sets, if they were to redo some Hobbit sets or do some new Hobbit sets, what would you want to see? The barrel sequence, do a diorama of that.
Like,
because they've done like the meal when they turn up at the start, haven't they?
Yeah,
they've done that.
I wouldn't mind like a diorama of the face of Erebor.
Yeah,
like I'd like that, like the doorway of Erebor,
right?
And like them charging out of Erebor with the bell. Yeah. When the bell comes through and knocks out the barricade, they
got the balcony
through.
On the top as well, haven't you? So you can have some of the minifigures on top of the balcony.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because
they've done a Smaug as well, haven't they? With all the gold around him.
Yeah. I'd like a proper buildable Smaug though, like a big boy Smaug, like a big like buildable Smaug would be pretty cool.
Well, obviously you got the Foul Beast GWP, but you should make it bigger than that.
You just. I can't remember what Hobbit sets they did. But nothing screams out to me like, and there's a lot of things in there that have already exist. Like think of the iconic places. They could. I don't know how they would do Mirkwood.
No.
I don't know how they would do Mirkwood with Philandriel. I don't know how they would do that. I don't know how.
Bring them up in some trees.
You've already done Rivendell, which I've already been to.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see Dol Guldur done again. Is it Gundabad? Which way around is it? When they fight Sauron, I like to see that one again. I can't which way around is Gundabad. I think it's Dol Guldur.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that, like another set of that done. So Galadriel, Sauron, Saruman, and Elrond fighting the ring race.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that scene. That takes me back to Lord of the Rings set that I'd like to be recreated as Weathertop.
Oh,
The Battle of Weathertop.
Weathertop would be so good. Like you could just do an exclusive Frodo when he's been stabbed.
Smaug attacking Lake Town would be cool. Buildable Smaug, micro scale, bloody hell, Lake Town.
Yeah. Because then you could keep Smaug, Foul Beast size.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I still haven't opened my Foul Beast. I've got 2.
You've got 2 of them.
Yeah, but I don't want to open it.
Yeah.
They're like 100 quid a piece. I don't want to open it.
Just watch it climb.
Just watch it. Yeah. Well, it's not gonna, but why? It would have done really well if they'd actually put the Witch King of Angmar in it, but they didn't. What a waste of an opportunity. They ran out of money for the mold. They didn't want to make a new mold for the Witch King of Angmar. But
the mouth of Sauron cost them too much.
Yeah.
The mouth of Sauron.
Well, mouth of Sauron's already been done.
Yeah.
There it. I would throw the mouth of Sauron in the bin if it meant getting a Witch King of Angmar. Like, such a waste.
Is there anything underneath his helmet?
Yeah, he's got no eyes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I bet that costs so much to print.
Yeah, probably. He's the most expensive fig in
the Sauron minifigures.
The Sauron minifigures
gorgeous.
He got like the flames underneath.
Yeah, so cool.
The Necromancer. And they're probably not going to do any Rings of Power sets, but
can you imagine?
But I was really upset that when they were like, not really upset, when they said they were doing a book nook of the Balrog, I was like, could you imagine we had a Balrog that was like just a girthy boy, like, I don't know what I can explain. Like, not, you don't want to do it as big as some of these.
Have they done a buildable Rancor before?
No. We need a new Rancor to go with.
Can you imagine a buildable Rancor?
That'd be cool.
That's like what? Big.
Yeah. I think people would be annoyed though, because how LEGO works is they've got certain price points to fill.
Yeah.
So if they can't make, say, 10 £200 sets because they need to have affordability in there as well, as much as LEGO can be affordable nowadays. Balrog the size of a $120 Hulkbuster.
That would be class.
I couldn't tell you how big the Hulkbuster is because I haven't.
I
know that UCS. No, but that's the UCS one, isn't it? You got there's 2 different Hulkbusters. You've got the UCS Hulkbuster, and then there's a smaller Hulkbuster.
So I just go for the UCS size. Yeah. Massive Balrog. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. What have we missed out in the chat here then?
I opened 28 of the OG phone.
What's this? Whatever.
I opened 28 of the OG 501st Battle Packs today.
What's going on here? Oh. Am I being? This is how much I don't use. I don't use StreamYard, so I don't know. I'm sorry. Someone's having the pants now. Yeah. Someone's being a turd. Anyway, UCS Lake Town Icon Smaug would be epic. We will stop the stream in 10 minutes. You can stop my stream if you want. I don't give a shit. I am sure. John StreamYard's reporting in. That's throwing me off. It's obviously not StreamYard. It's some turd. UCS size works too. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But then what are we going on to now? So anyway, so quickly to finish off. So Hobbiton, Black Pearl, and then
Black Pearl,
Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Jango Fett Slave One probably for me.
Yeah.
That's probably or the V19 Torrent.
Oh
I want the V because I had the V90 Storm when I was a nipper. I haven't got the Arc 170 yet because I've still got the OG one up on the shelf. I'll say the OG one. The second one is up there, Kit Fister.
Oh yeah.
The second one. So yeah, I think it's going to be.
See, I feel like in the new one the figures just aren't that great.
But if they do the Django Fett Slave one right, and it looks almost identical to the Boba Fett one, I'm going to want it because I want to put them both together. Yeah, I'll display them both together.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely going to be, like I said, the Game Boy. I'm intrigued to see what it looks like.
Okay, so it's bollocks. Yes, I just like.
What's that?
So Slurpee, he is one of the boys on the other show, and he's saying it's bollocks. It makes sense anyway because it said one, they wouldn't fucking comment in my bloody thing. Two, it said StreamYards when it's StreamYard.
Trolls.
Yeah. Turds, man, turds.
Yeah, so my 3 would definitely end up being the Game Boy, Black Pearl, and you've shifted me from the Spider-Man train battle to Hobbiton.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Marvel guy through and through, but
also Hobbiton being your number one.
Yeah, because for me, I love the Lord of the Rings sets, but I don't own any. None of them have made me go, I want to buy that. I want to buy that because they cost.
What do you mean?
Look at it. I know it's gorgeous, but
Rivendell.
When I think of Lord of the Rings, I think of the Shire theme, and I just love
Rivendell is the best set they've ever made.
It is gorgeous.
If people buy Barad-dûr over Rivendell first, then they're just lying to themselves.
Well, I feel like Rivendell's got the minifigures that you want.
It's just got the displayability as well.
It does.
Sam said that would be the one set that she would let me display in the living room if I wanted to.
It's pretty though, isn't it? It's very pretty.
You've got to have Rivendell. You've got to. I had this conversation with Josh Boba Fiber first. Make sure you follow us. I said to him, "How have you bought Barad-dûr before Rivendell? It's a criminal offence.
He's secretly a goth.
You like Barad-dûr's come out. You can get that at any point. Like Rivendell it's the most fun build I've ever had, and the Easter eggs as I built it was insane.
Because you got the location where Boromir and
with
the blade,
the shards of Narsil.
Yeah,
and you've got the bit in the tower with where Bilbo is writing the book.
Yeah.
In his finishing his book. Yeah.
And then you obviously got the council area where they meet.
Yeah, you got the bit with Arwen where she does a Padme and gets all sad and slowly dying because the light of the leaving star was fading. And then you got the forge where they make Andrew Flame of the West.
Yeah.
And they've got the little bit where Sam hides before he comes up to the Secret Council and all of this, and it's just awesome stuff.
Oh, see, Sam.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fair. So people bought the Barad-dûr first because of the GWP.
Yeah.
So
what was there a GWP with Rivendell?
I don't think there was. No, it was the Brickhead. So I think it was a Gimli and Legolas Brickhead.
Right.
I think I may be wrong. Right. I've got all the Brickheads up there. I just haven't built any of them.
I'm waiting for 2x VIP points for my Rivendell.
Oh yeah.
You're making so much on that.
I don't know if it is over in the States, but I know that Rivendell here is an Amazon exclusive. So like waiting for a deal is just like it never happens.
Yeah, it was Brickheads with Rivendell.
Yeah, so I've got all the Brickheads. Are they retired? I can't remember if the Brickheads are retired because if they haven't, I need to buy 4 more so I can build them. I want to keep them ones.
Yeah.
They fill up a nice gap because the right hand side of Rivendell is like empty, so the Brickheads fill it up.
Quite hollow, isn't it?
Oh, it's a Gollum and Frodo Brickheads for Rivendell. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, because I'd say I'm pretty sure because the Gimli and no, it wasn't. Sorry, the Balrog and Gandalf Brickheads came out last year. That was the latest one to come out.
Because they've done Aragorn and Arwen, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah. See, my favourite Sam scene from Lord of the Rings is when he's dropping no eaves.
I ain't dropping no eaves.
I ain't dropping no eaves, sir.
Yeah, brilliant.
Back in Hobbiton.
Right, so let us move on to. We're all over the place, so we're going to do Star Wars rank now.
Yeah.
So this is where the arguments start.
This is where the argument starts.
This is where
I'm going to get my letterbox open.
He's got his letterbox. So I don't. So Jake here does letterbox, so he does reviews on pretty much every film. Every film that you see come out in the cinema, he goes and watches it, and then he does a review on his letterbox about it. It's really good.
My lists there.
But can I do a give me a sec.
That's my Star Wars rating. Bosh.
Right, should we just do it on here?
Yeah, can do.
Should we just do it on here?
We're going to do it. Phone anyway.
Right, so hang on. I need to figure this out, all right? Because I'm special. So if I go to that one, boom, we had that. I think that's it's too small in it. We'll do that one. Bloody hell, put me in the middle. It's rude. Go away. Right, cool. Everyone see this. We're going to bowl in for a Star Wars. Can I?
Oh, we've got Rebels and stuff on here as well. All the TV shows on there.
Yeah. Zoom it in a bit. Cool. Right. So, tell the audience about your letterbox. I'll be back in a second. I need to.
That's fine.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone knows about Letterboxd. It's basically an app where you can log all films that you watch and do reviews on them as well. It's a bit like Facebook. You can add friends on there and stuff like that. And then every single time you watch a film, you give it a rating out of 5 stars. And you can write a review. You don't need to. You can just give it the 5-star rating. You can also make lists on there. So I've got like my Batman ranking, Spider-Man ranking, Transformers ranking, Star Wars ranking, Harry Potter ranking, Middle-earth ranking, and so on. And on your profile, I don't know if anyone can see this. So just here, you got your profile with your bio, and then here are your 4 favorites. So going across would be from your favorite to your 4th favorite. I've got Revenge of the Sith, Infinity War, Doom Part 2, and Transformers Dark of the Moon. I love Dark of the Moon so much. Like, Battle of Chicago is absolutely amazing. Doom Part 2 for me was just a cinematic achievement. What Denis Villeneuve managed to do in that movie with just the sound from Hans Zimmer, the colours, I've never seen sand. Sounds really, really pathetic, but sand looks so beautiful. And I know we've got Tatooine and everything, but everyone's a bit bored of Tatooine nowadays, aren't we? And obviously, Dune is what inspired George Lucas to make Star Wars. That's where he got spice from. And then going on to Infinity War, it's Infinity War. A lot of people will say Endgame is their favourite, but you are building to that last section of that movie, in my opinion. So, and then for Revenge of the Sith, I mean, it's Revenge of the Sith. I love Revenge of the Sith so much. So with the lists, I'm not going to spoil anything because most of it's going to be seen on here. Or actually, no, I will say some, because this is a very different sort of ranking with the whole Grandmaster, Council Member, Master, Knight, Padawan, and Youngling, which we have going on this ranking here. But Revenge of the Sith is my favourite. Then A New Hope, Empire, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One, Solo, Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. Obviously, how these are going to slot in with the TV shows, well, that is a different story. So we'll see how they all fall into place, because that's just the movies I've got on there.
I think we might end up going through some of our other rankings as well. So I won't go through too much of that. I mean, recent movies that I've logged on here are We Live in Time, which was Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. That is a very, very beautiful film. It's about Florence Pugh, who plays Almut, and Andrew Garfield, who plays Tobias. Almut ends up getting cancer, and it's just a story about how they meet and up until what happens during the movie. It's very, very heartfelt. My granddad passed away not too long ago because of cancer, and it hit home a fair bit, I won't lie. So seeing that unfold on screen was hard to watch, but it was also very beautiful. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, what a movie. That franchise. Hello. I'm just going through some of my movies that I've watched recently.
Questionable at the most, is it?
Not really.
What
do you think of Sonic 3?
Amazing.
There we go.
Loved it. Love Sonic 3.
Sonic
3. I want all the Sonic figures now.
Yeah. Metal Sonic.
I want Shadow.
Figure. Oh, Shadow.
Oh, Shadow.
Keanu Reeves' Shadow was absolutely amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, let's get on to the Star Wars rank. We're going to quickly bowl through this because we don't want people get bored. All right. Comment down below your favorite, your top. Let's go top 3. Your top 3 Star Wars. All right. So I'll let you. What we'll do is you rank yours, and then I'll change it.
All right. Well, just going off of my list here.
And it's all Star Wars media, I believe, or most of it. Rebels.
Yeah.
Right.
Boba Fett's not
Right.
on there.
I think we can both agree that this one can start off there. What's going on here?
What's happened there?
I have no idea. Oh, what's going on? Give me a sec. There we go.
There we go.
Right, so.
It's not going in Padawan.
No, it's not. It's going in
It's
Youngling.
going in Youngling.
Okay. You tell me where and I'll put them in.
So Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. You're starting off strong, yeah?
Starting off strong, easily. That's going to go Grandmaster.
Okay, so you're putting Revenge of the Sith in Grand. No, so no, right. So Grandmaster reserved for the favorite.
Yeah,
so
Revenge of the Sith.
You're all right. Okay.
Come on.
So Grandmaster is Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
You can have no more in
That's
Grandmaster.
absolutely fine.
That is the top tier.
Yeah, that is top
okay.
tier. You don't think that's top tier Star Wars? You're an Empire
No,
guy.
I'm an Empire.
Of course you are.
Fucking Empire. How can you Revenge of the Sith? Right, go on, keep going.
So
We'll go from here and we'll keep going. So
yeah,
what's that? Is that
that's A New Hope?
New Hope.
That's
Yeah.
easily council. Is council member next down?
Yeah.
Yeah. So council member.
Definitely.
You're really great at dragging and dropping, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I haven't got my mouse. So I don't know where it is.
Attack of the Clones. I'd say Master.
Attack of the Clones in Master.
Rebels. That's not just a specific season. That's the season series as a whole, isn't it?
That's a series as a whole. Yeah.
That's what we'll take it as. I'm a Rebel simp, so I'm gonna go council member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Rebels. Return of the Jedi. I'd say Master.
Just want to zoom this in a bit there so you can see the whole thing. So what was that? So Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, Master.
Master.
Rogue One. Council member.
Okay.
Solo's great. Okay, I see it personally as Star Wars is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
You know, just ragtag group of people.
Okay.
Bit of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nothing too serious. Quite an easy watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in Night.
Okay. Yeah.
Clone Wars. Oh, that's council member.
So that.
Is that the movie?
So that's the movie. So the movie.
The thing that kickstarted it all.
Yeah.
Those first 4 episodes compiled into that film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say Night. I enjoy it whenever I watch it.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
All right. Clone Wars. So the actual.
Yeah, that's going council member.
So council.
Easily.
Run out of mouse.
Come on, you got
there
it.
we go.
There you go.
Run out of mouse.
Empire Strikes Back, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so council member.
Yeah. There
Battle
we
of
go.
Hoth.
Dagobah, Bespin, I love you. I know.
Right.
Force Awakens, the only good sequel trilogy movie.
It's not good.
No, not good.
It's okay. It's palatable.
No, but that, when I say good, I mean the only good one out of those three.
Yeah.
So, Padawan,
Okay. Yeah.
Youngling,
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Oh, they haven't got the other ones on it. They haven't got Book of
Boba
Boba Fett.
Ahsoka. We'll take it. So council member. Love the Mandalorian.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, love the Mandalorian.
Phantom
Master.
Menace. Yeah.
And then Youngling.
Yeah. Okay, so now you've got to rank them. So if you imagine in council member, that's one. Then
Yeah,
we
so
got
we
2,
drag them
3, 4,
across.
5, 6. So
So A New Hope is staying there.
yeah.
Then I would move Clone Wars into where Rebels is.
Do you put Clone Wars series over so much other? You
I
put
would. I'm a Clone Wars sim. I'm a Clone Wars sim. And then where were we? Rebels, bump Empire to where Rebels is.
yeah. Oh, mate. How can you rank Empire 4 of all the Star Wars media?
Easily.
Is
It's my
absolute
ranking.
criminal.
Deal with it. And then Rogue One.
Yeah.
I think I've actually no. That's good.
Okay, so you leave it like that. So you
Yeah,
have
I'd leave
Revenge
it
of the
like
Sith.
Because Mandalorian season 3, it was
Yeah.
all right. It was great. You know,
Yeah.
not great. You know, we had
Yeah.
Jack Black and Lizzo and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, stuff that we may want to
Yeah.
forget. But the Battle of Mandalore is pretty sick,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
and it did save the season in my opinion.
Yeah.
And having the Zeb Aurelio's cameo,
Yeah,
that was really
yeah,
cool. You know, coming from a Rebel simp
that
like me.
cost an absolute fortune in CGI.
So that was pretty fun. I think I'm gonna keep that like
Right.
that.
So these three then.
I think I'm gonna leave that like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Knight, Solo, and Clone Wars
Switch
movie.
them.
Okay. Really? Fucking.
Really? What do you mean?
I like the Solo movie.
You like Solo?
I do. No, obviously that stays
That can
there.
stay there.
Resistance. I
No.
could.
I'm leaving it there.
Yeah, you know that's right. If you're correct. Shit.
There you go.
So that's your Star
Done.
Wars tier
Yep.
ranking. Right, there's so many things wrong with it.
Oh,
so many things.
Is that
I want to go back and see if there's an actual one for like the actual media.
everything?
So like,
Well, that's got 24 in it.
Star Wars movies and TV shows that's got 30 in it.
Go on that one.
Right. Okay. Oh, we got broken.
We got individual seasons.
Yeah. Mandalorian. You got Bad Batch, Visions, Clone Wars. Okay, cool. So that's where it's out. Okay. So I'll start off with the best. Okay, which is all day. Empire Strikes Back is the best. All day. All day.
Debatable.
All day.
Debatable.
And then I'm going to do it in order. So best. So after that, my next is Rogue One. Rogue One, it's got fantastic, like just everything about Rogue One was amazing. Plus all the scenes with Krennic, all the scenes with Galen Erso, the scenes we got our first live action, Saw Gerrera. When we got Saw Gerrera, we got like I love Death Troopers. So just
Did
seeing
that give us
Death
our first
Troopers-
live action look at a kyber crystal? Jin's necklace.
It might
Was
have.
that
I
our
don't know.
first look at? I think it was.
I'm not sure. Right, number 3 would be
Mando season 3 felt like an animated show.
Revenge of the Sith is third.
That cuts deep. Can't believe you put that third.
It is. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but like, you love Revenge of the Sith, but for there's like 3 scenes, mate.
Go on then.
So you got like the scene at the start with the Venator and the Invisible Hand is really good. It's awesome.
Just another happy landing.
You know what? Now I think about it, the whole movie's pretty good. Like the whole movie's like just filled with fucking sick scenes.
The only scenes that suck are like the Anakin and Padme scenes when he's in bed and he, is having his nightmares.
Like everyone simps for Padme, and I just don't care for her at all.
Yeah.
Like if you could just cut her out of all the scenes in Star Wars, I'd be happy. And she died because she was sad, and I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. She died because she
needed to man up.
Right.
What you got next?
So what else would I put in great? So
that's season 5 of Clone Wars.
I'm looking for bloody season 7 of the Clone Wars. Right, I need to zoom in. So season 4, season 3, so final season, right? So final season, if I can bloody see. So final season, Clone Wars is going in complete. Right. Rogue One is number 1. Padawan was a waste of space. What do you mean? Confused, yeah? Right. So.
Do you want about my ranking as a Padawan thing? Because mine had Padawan.
Oh, right, did it? Yeah, probably. Right, so Rebels, good. Is going in good.
What season of Rebels is that?
I think it's just Rebels. I don't think
it's the last season of Rebels. That is, isn't it?
Is that last season?
That is the last season.
Okay, that can go in. Right. Mandalorian.
Season 2.
Is that season 1?
That's season 2.
Is that season 2?
That's season 1.
Okay. Oh, I'm putting Mandalorian season 2 first. And then Mandalorian season 1. And then... Where is it?
What are you looking for?
Mandalorian season 3. Is it even on here?
I don't think it's on there.
Okay, well, it should be. Oh, right, but yes, Padme was a waste of space, 100%. She needs to get in the bin. In the bin. Right, let me work backwards, okay? So Resistance can go there. Force Awakens can go there. Rise of Skywalker can go there, and The Last Jedi is the biggest piece of dog shit Star Wars media they've ever done, so that can go there. Visions gets
Visions is
an
okay, mate.
Visions gets an okay. I liked Visions, and it had like 50% of it was good and 50% of it was a bit naff. Or was that Resistance? I can't remember watching it, so I have watched it, but I can't remember. Where is it? Is there another one?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. No, that's not.
Right. I'm just gonna right. So I'm trying to think. So seasons. How many seasons of Rebels? 4? 4 seasons of Rebels?
Yes.
Oh, that's the right. That sorry. That's gonna have to go first, actually. So.
Is that the first season?
No, this is the second season. So I'm putting second season in great because it's got my favorite episode of Rebels, which is the Malachor when they go meet Darth Maul again, and they have the fight between Ahsoka and Darth Vader, which is really cool. We'll put in Rebels.
That's season 1.
Is that season 1?
That's
yeah,
season
we'll put me good. No, it was good. Right. I'm just going to work from left to right. So, complete season 5. What? That was all the Satine, Mandalore, Satine, all of that good stuff.
Is that when we see Paz for the first time?
Yeah. Paz Vizsla?
Yeah.
Was he in Clone Wars?
Yeah. Is Obi-Wan has that fight with him?
No, that you're thinking. Oh no, you're thinking of
Death Watch.
No, you're thinking of pre-Vizsla, not Paz Vizsla.
Paz.
Yeah, Paz Vizsla is he was first introduced in The Mandalorian, but he comes from the Vizsla, Vizsla family.
Yeah. Paz is who John Favreau plays.
Yeah, exactly.
May he rest in peace. What else swinging?
Clone Wars season 1, okay. Is that season 2? Yeah, right.
Clone Wars movie,
bin. Solo is gonna get a okay.
Yeah,
I liked it. I've not watched it.
I must admit, one of my favourite scenes from Solo is seeing the Falcon get shredded during the Kessel Run.
Yeah. The Kessel Run.
Just seeing the birth of the Falcon that we know.
Clone Wars season 3. Again, I'm just gonna put this in okay. New Hope can go in. A New Hope can go in I'm going to put it in good.
Yeah.
It's the first one and it should be higher, but
it's got a soft spot in my heart.
It's the most boring of the three. It's the most boring of the three. Yeah. It's the most boring of the three.
Oh, I disagree, mate.
It's the most boring.
I disagree. I think it's a lot better than.
There's no way, mate. Better than what? What? Which one is
Return
what?
of the Jedi easily.
No way. How?
What do you mean how?
Battle of Endor. The fight on the Death Star 2 with that Palpatine, Vader, and Luke.
Yeah.
What do you want?
And we're just redoing what we did in A New Hope with that whole Death Star stuff anyway.
Yeah, but technically it wasn't. It was Luke. It was Luke and Vader that destroyed the Death Star. Technically,
yeah.
So,
but like for me, it's if you're showing someone the first time, well, for the first time Star Wars, and you're going off.
I wouldn't show them any of the original trilogies if someone had never watched Star Wars before.
What, you'd go chronological?
I'd go chronological, yeah.
What, make him sit through Clone Wars and everything as well?
No. So if you're introducing someone, it's the mistake I've made so many times with Lord of the Rings. Okay,
right, forcing this TV show.
We'll come back to this in a sec. We're gonna have a quick little chat. Right. Oh my God, it's gone. Oh, God.
You're breaking stuff.
I'm breaking stuff. Now. Right. Let's go back to this. Right. So the reason it's a mistake I made with Lord of the Rings. So
you showed them the extended.
You showed them the extended first, which is a mistake. Is an absolute mistake. Yeah. Right. So I wouldn't show someone who's in today's generation or in today's world the original trilogy because
graphics.
The graphics it puts people off. Like it's slow to a degree.
So when you say graphics, it's one reason why Hazel won't watch Indiana Jones with me.
Yeah,
she turns around and goes, "Looks too old." Yeah. But it's Indiana Jones. She's like, I don't care. It looks too old. I don't want to watch it.
This
I'm
is
like,
what I mean.
Come on.
But I'll show Sam Phantom Menace. So this is how I do it. I would go chronological. So Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. And if she goes, "Oh, this is really good. I like it," I'd be like, "Cool." And then I'd go, "Do you want to watch the originals and explain kind of like the story?" Yeah. And then she watched the originals. So we watched the originals. Empire Strikes Back. A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. And she really liked it. And I went, cool, there's other stuff as well. So then I showed her Rogue One because it's closer to...
Oh, you know that film that we watched back then? Well, this takes place just before that.
Well, Revenge of the Sith is so iconic.
Yeah.
She'll know that, okay, this film takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. So we watched that. Then we watched... I don't think she's seen Solo yet. But I would do it like that way. And then if by all of the films, because we don't include the sequel trilogy here, if by all of the films she's happy, like, or someone's happy, I'll go, cool. There's the Clone Wars, here's the series, it's like Rebels, and here's all this other media that you can watch, and this, that, and the other. That's how I'd introduce it. I wouldn't get someone to sit down and watch it like release order, or it would have to be first 6, and then if they're still happy after that, then you'd watch the rest. That's fair.
That's fair.
That's how I would do it. Like if someone watched, I wouldn't show. If I wanted to introduce someone to Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't show them the Hobbit first.
No,
I wouldn't show them Hobbit first. I'd show them Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. What it's meant to be.
What it's meant to be, and then I'd go. All right, if you still want to if you still want a taste and you want a bit of a feel of Lord of the Rings, here's the Hobbit. Is what a prequel of it, and then the Rings of Power. They'd be like, oh, what about this Rings of Power malarkey? And I'll be like, oh no, it's
leave it.
It doesn't. It's not real. In my mind,
most expensive TV show ever made yet. Orcs are fighting thin air.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah, brilliant. What have I missed here, Muttley? So you would show people what? So you would show people the originals first over everything else. You would show them the originals.
Bad Batch is top 3 series for me. Mate, I like Bad Batch. Season 2 was so filler though.
Yeah.
Season 2 of Bad Batch was so filler, but literally when season 3 got towards the end, oh my god. Loving it. And you got Old Man Hunter.
Season 1's the best, mate.
Do you think we'll see a live action Omega?
No.
Do you not? Do you want
to? No. No. I don't, because she's just a bloody
Australian
female clone, isn't she? Like, it's nothing special about her, realistically. A cameo. I don't need a live action series about her. Like I don't. I just had.
Was it Scorch?
Yeah. Oh, mate, they did him so bad.
They
mate.
did him so dirty.
They did him so dirty. They're like
Republic Commando, all that.
And he just got bopped on the bloody bridge, mate. I was like, what is this?
And there was so much intrigue behind the mountain, and like having the Zillow Beast come back as well.
Yeah.
But while you finish doing that, I'm gonna pop to the wow.
Yeah, cool. Right, so we're gonna finish this off quickly, and then I'll. Right. So, quickly, episode 2 got one of my most favourite scenes in it. So I'm gonna put that in great. And if anyone disagrees, then fight me, all right? So because it is a great film. It's got some awesome scenes in it, all right? And yes, it's got a lot, the lovey-dovey stuff is boring and we don't care, okay? But it's occupied. Yeah, she's in the shower. Don't perv on my missus, I'll beat you up.
You could have said that before, yeah?
Oh, I forgot. Episode 1, good, okay? Let's be honest, right? The best part of Phantom Menace is Duel of the Fates. Like,
of course,
that's the best part. Like Darth Maul, the fight scenes.
Do you remember when we rewatched Phantom Menace in cinema?
Yeah, really good. Ray Park as Darth Maul. Insane.
You got the Gungans versus the droids. Peak.
Yeah.
Jar Jar doing his thing.
Jar Jar's like a top 10 Star Wars character.
Mohammed Best. Awesome. And when he came back in Mandalorian season 3, was it season 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad
Batch. See, if I could break this down, Bad Batch season 1 would be great. Bad Batch season 2 would be good. No, wrong. Bad Batch season 3 would be good, and Bad Batch season 2 would be okay, in my mind. Right. Again, Clone Wars. Don't know which one it is, so I'm just going to put it in.
That's season 6.
Is
so that's
season
with
6?
That's with Yoda going to the Wills.
Which one's got the arc with where they go see the brother, the sister, the father? Which season's that?
Is that 6 or 5?
While he looks that up, I'll just finish off. So Clone Wars season...
Getting up trusty Disney Plus.
The complete season 4. Put it in okay, just because I can't remember what goes on. Book of Boba Fett. Oh, such a potential to be good, but it's going in the okay. It's not shit. It's half decent.
I love my boy Boba Fett.
Is that Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi is going in great. And I don't know which Rebels it is, but Rebels is good, so I'm going to put that in good. Okay. So, Empire Strikes Back, number 1. Numero uno is Empire Strikes Back. It's
mate, actually, season 5 is Wrong Jedi.
But season 1, no, Empire Strikes Back, number 1. You can't beat it. You just can't beat it. You got Bespin, Luke finding out about Darth Vader being his father. You got the introduction of Boba Fett, the executive class Super Star Destroyer with you got, I'm trying to think of the term off the top of my head, IG-88, Dengar, Bosk. You got Boba Fett. I think there was one more, but I can't remember. Like, it was just awesome. Like Empire Strikes Back.
The bridge. When they're all stood on the bridge.
Yeah. Rogue One, goated film, amazing. You know, for a film that doesn't have that much like Jedi kind of
trooper perspective.
Yeah, it's like trooper perspective stuff. Like, I actually like, speaking of trooper perspective, that's why I like Solo, because like you get this where they're what planet are they fighting on when he goes into the because he goes into the Imperial Navy, he goes into the Navy, and then he becomes an infantryman, doesn't he? And they're fighting on that planet, and it's like all trooper perspective.
It's muddy.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, wouldn't you like love a series that follows like, I don't know, like a set amount of like stormtroopers, and they this
is the reason why I was going, but Patty Jenkins is Rogue
Mimbum, yeah. So Mimbum, that's a Mimbum stormtrooper that I want. It's expensive, like a thing.
It's one of the reasons why I'm gutted that Patty Jenkins's Rogue Squadron got cancelled, because that was just going to be Top Gun. You know, you get like a squadron of 4 X-wings.
Yeah.
You get to know each one of the pilots. You get connected to those pilots, and then just watch them all die.
But I think they should. If you watch All Quiet on the Western Front, where it's from the German perspective. Like, I want one from the Empire's perspective. Like,
That'd
you know,
class,
just a group of
bit like what Battlefront 2 tried to do.
Yeah.
The campaign in that, where it's Inferno Squadron, but then literally after 3 missions, they joined the rebellion.
Yeah.
So they tried that, but
Mandalorian season, Rebels was amazing, Clone Wars, all that jazz. All right, I think we can all agree that Resistance, Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, and Return of the Jedi just belong in the bin. Right? They did Luke Skywalker dirty in that 3, right? And we never ever recovered. We never recovered.
No, we didn't, and that's why it's considered legends, in my opinion.
It may as well be.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. We're going to do... So we've done our Star Wars rank, like the brief overview, okay? So what was your top 3 again as a wash-up?
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith, number 1.
A New Hope.
Yeah.
Empire.
Mental. How is A New Hope even in the top 3?
Because I love A New Hope. It's got a place in my heart.
It's so slow, mate.
Yeah, but when you're revealing, if you are doing a first watch,
so you're doing it as the introduction.
Yeah, because it's what I got introduced to first. You know, I remember watching A New Hope and then going from the Tantive down Tatooine, going, you know, Mos Eisley Cantina, all that sort of stuff, seeing all these aliens and everything, the world that they created there, and then hopping off from Mos Eisley into outer space, to no moon, docking on the Death Star, and then all the stuff. Yeah, exactly. All the stuff on the Death Star, the trash compactor sequence, you know, fucking putting Chewie in the handcuffs, hilarious. And then just the trench run, the intensity that they managed to capture in that film of the trench run.
Yeah,
I still feel holds up to this date. A New Hope will always have a place in my heart, but like Empire isn't far behind it. I know that if we're going off favorite or better movie, you know, favorite and better movie are 2 completely different rankings.
Yeah,
you know, that's why A New Hope is up there more than Empire on the favorite tier, but Empire's just behind. If we're going on better, it would be Empire.
So I went
because Battle of Hoth, Dagobah, learning about the Force, you know, it's expanding the universe more. It's like what I tell people about Doom Part 2. Doom Part 2 for me was an Empire Strikes Back. It was a Two Towers. It expanded the universe that Denis Villeneuve was directing in that franchise. So yeah, it's not that far behind.
Okay.
I do like Empire. I do.
Empire. Yeah, Empire, Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith is my top 3 all day. And it wasn't on here, right? But if I could get Kenobi, that would be put in the good. I like Kenobi.
Ahsoka?
Oh yeah, so Ahsoka. No, it's not. Ahsoka, great. Kenobi, good. That's what I would do. Ahsoka was phenomenal for
Acolyte's not on there.
The Acolyte is
scrappy looking nerd.
I'd put Acolyte. I'd rather tell you what, right? I retract my statement. I would rather watch The Last Jedi a million times over than have to watch Acolyte again.
Really?
Yeah. It was that bad.
Did you enjoy the lightsaber combat?
I enjoyed that one part.
Yeah.
Like that one specific part of.
Even though people, like, what was his name again? The Asian dude. What was his name?
This is what I mean.
Yeah, forgetful.
Yeah.
Anyway, when
he was the best character.
He was the best character.
But
you know, he had so much intrigue about
you can't remember his name.
And then exactly, but we got wasted on Darth Plagueis in a show like The Acolyte.
Yeah, I know.
Darth Plagueis' first appearance, Acolyte.
So there is a rumor that. Did you know there's a rumor that KOTOR's getting a
remake?
No, not a remake. It's getting its own show.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was about the game.
No, KOTOR's getting its own show.
Nice.
Knights of the Old Republic. In my opinion, Knights of the Old Republic is the greatest era of Star Wars in novel and stuff like that. Yeah. It's where we see all the best stuff. Sith Empire versus Jedi. Like it writes itself. Like Malgus, Revan, all these other incredible characters. It depends how far back they go in KOTOR, because KOTOR spans a lot. There's a lot, like KOTOR's thousands of years.
Star Wars as we know it in the Skywalker saga spans what, 30, 40 years?
So
because it's 20 BBY or is it 25 BBY before Anakin?
Let's just say 50 years all in, right? All in 50 years, okay. But if you look at Quimir, there we go. Okay, we got the name. Quimir. Right. If you look at KOTOR, it's thousands of years. Yeah. So you've got my two favorite eras, and you'll see it from the KOTOR games. You've got Vitiate, which is so you've got Infinite Empire. So there's Infinite Empire, and then there's the other one that's just fall off my head. But basically, you had like, imagine the Galactic Republic, who like owned the whole of the galaxy, and then there was another race called Infinite. They were the Infinite Empire or Eternal Empire, one or two. Like, I always get them confused. And basically, they were bioorganisms that they came out from outside the galaxy into the galaxy, and they used worlds to slingshot their ships off of.
Yeah.
So like, they didn't have hyperdrives and stuff. They had like slingshots, and then they had like, and then it was Eternal Empire that had like world building engines and stuff that like basically could create whatever they wanted and stuff. It's fucking wild, like how mad it is. What? So Solo's your favorite film, Ali? That's a hot take. Hot take, baby. But yeah, now we're going to go on to...
Here you go. And that just there.
Where?
New Hope is still...
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, New Hope is still my favourite film, but Empire's better. Okay, I can get behind it.
New Hope, love.
But we're not putting Clone Wars movie anywhere near the top, right? Tyler can suck a fat one. It's a friend of mine. He put a friend of ours, he put Solo movie, like, top 3. Not Solo movie, Clone Wars movie. He ranked Clone Wars movie in with the movies. It's like, it's not the movie.
Talking of Clone Wars movie, though, Stinky.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the guy from The Bear playing Stinky in live action in the Mandalorian movie?
Which one?
He was in the wrestling film with Zac Efron.
Oh, what, Iron Claw?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it, mate.
Have you not?
No. Embor is the guy though that's become supposedly the main villain, which is wild because he's a cool character, but he ain't main villain status, is he?
Jeremy Allen White.
I need a picture. Oh, him, yeah.
He's playing a live action Stinky in the Mandalorian Grogu movie.
Okay. Well, Stinky's no longer going to be Stinky anymore. It's going to be like...
He's going to be more Stinky.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be... But, yeah. Yeah. But we're getting like a Embor, I think it is, or the disc. He's got the disc hat.
Nice.
Throw. Yeah, he's supposedly the main villain for the Mandalorian and Grogu, which it's not main villain status for me, mate.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I thought this was going to be a lead up to...
Well, this is...
Braun.
So...
I think Mandalorian... I'd rather see Moff Gideon back.
Yeah. Like, this Mandalorian and Grogu movie is like a pit stop, and then we're going into Dave Filoni's movie, aren't we? And that Dave Filoni movie has got like the hype of it's going to be Infinity War, and
everyone comes together.
All Disney Plus shows are like culminating in this.
But so far, they've done a really poor job at building up to that.
They have.
Like, they've done a really piss poor build up.
I mean, the only build up that we've really had is at the end of Ahsoka when Thrawn comes back and he's like arriving on Dathomir.
Yeah.
Which to see a planet, Dathomir, from a distance in live action, cool. Now get me to the surface. I want to see what you're building.
Yeah, I think Embo...
Just like Andy Serkis was building parts of the Death Star.
Yeah. Unless Embo's like been... Embo should be like, like you get your main villain and then you get the underboss. Like Jaws in James Bond, or what's his name with the... He's got his hat, Chinese bloke in his hat. But you have like the underboss, like the evil henchman.
Mm-hmm.
Like Embo should be the henchman for someone, like maybe Moff Gideon or something. Because I think Moff Gideon was a clone in season 3.
It's the mustache.
Yeah.
It's the whole mustache theory, isn't it?
Yeah.
You didn't have the mustache, it's not the same guy. It's not like people could shave. What are you on about?
Yeah, exactly.
People wear the same clothes in Star Wars all the time.
Yeah. Don't shout at me. Right.
How did Din Djarin shower then?
Huh?
He
does. He just doesn't have. He's like no one's seen his face.
Fully naked in his helmet.
Yeah.
Helmet only.
Fucking bars, man. Right. So we've done Star Wars rank. Now we're going to go top 5 Star Wars characters, and for this, I'm going to ask my friend to join us. Okay. Because I feel like he should. When he comes in. But then, think of your top 5 Star Wars characters, 5 to 1. We won't rank them, we'll just talk about them. As in, we won't rank them on here.
Yeah.
Oh, I can name the 3 off the top of it. Right after that.
So can I.
I'm just trying to think 4 and 5. Odd Job, yes, Odd Job. Oh, sorry, the James Bond villain with the spinning top hat. Odd Job. But yeah, I can name my top 3 at the minute. 5, I'm trying to think. So
I can as well. I've got top 3. I'm just thinking of 4, 5.
Oh, you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghostrifter is here.
Whoa, what's going on, boys?
You alright?
So
this is my friend Ghostrifter. We're like best friends across the pond.
Across the pond.
Yeah, we're going to be sharing a room with each other in Brookworld.
Oh yeah, he's got my biscuits.
This is the man that does it. Do you think he looks 5'3"?
Was that?
No. Do you think Ghostrifter looks 5'3"?
No, he looks taller.
He looks taller, doesn't he? He's about the same height as Sam.
Wow.
I'm dead short, and I'm proud of it. Cause you know what? No one asked me to reach for shit.
It's vertically challenged. So what are you doing? What are you up to? You going?
I'm taking my cat to the vet.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
You know.
Everything good?
Should be. We're also taking my grandma's dog too. So, yeah.
Have they been in a fight? What's going on?
I have the cat, and my aunt has the dog. We unfortunately have to put Emma down, the doggy. It's time, you know. She's blind and deaf now, so it's about time. You know, she's done it. 14 years, you know, that's a long run for a pup. You know.
What's the breed?
Cocker Spaniel.
Okay.
Oh, my mum and dad used to have a Cocker
Which
Spaniel.
one? American or British Cocker Spaniel?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Does
Does it look ugly or does it look cute?
But was that? Oh, she's
Does it
cute
look
as
ugly
hell.
or cute? Huh?
She's cute as hell.
Okay, it's probably the American one then.
And then for my cat Orangey, you guys saw her in the stream last night if you were watching. She just has to, you know, get some shots in her.
Yeah.
Not the party shots with the other kind.
Jabs.
But we're going for top 5 Star Wars characters.
We're going top 5 Star Wars characters. Can you rattle them off? 5 to 1?
Yep.
Go on.
It doesn't have to be in order, right?
No, yeah, you got to do them in order. So you got like number 1 is the top Star Wars character of all time. Number
Obi-Wan
5 is
Kenobi.
like definitely up there, but
Was that Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Obi-Wan Kenobi is my number 1. Number 2 is Clone Trooper Echo. Number 3, Zam Wessel. 4, Jango Fett. 5, I'm going Luke Skywalker.
Oh, Sam Wessel in there as well.
oh, Luke
Yeah.
Skywalker. Luke Skywalker doesn't make it a cut at all for me. Zam Wessel's a good choice though.
It's just like, you know, we don't have much time with her. You know, so she has that huge mysterious. It's like, I want to know her backstory. Like, how'd she get into bounty hunting? Like, why was she there with
Yeah.
Django? I want to know that stuff. And plus, like, I'm not sure if you guys played the video games at all, but she's in 1 or 2 games. So I always liked playing as her when I was little.
Did
Just
she
because-
appear in Star Wars Bounty Hunter?
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
So I would, you know, do whatever I could to get closer to that character, because it's just like, you know, because for me, Attack of the Clones is my favorite. So I would like to, you know, get more backstories of the characters that are in that, you know, because we get a lot of really cool characters, but not a whole lot of backstory with them.
That's fair.
And you know, so I'm always on the hunt to learn the lore of them.
Get the lore.
Yeah, man. I'm just writing mine down in a minute. Yeah, because I'll forget. I got memories of goldfish.
Dude, same.
Do you want me to shoot mine?
Yeah, go on. You shoot yours.
Yeah. So number 1 for me would be R2D2.
Okay.
Oh.
He's my goat,
Oh,
mate.
God.
He's my goat. He's my goat, mate. He's my goat. I could put Chopper up there for War Criminal, but he doesn't quite make the cut. But R2D2 is number 1.
Yeah.
Right. He's everyone's favorite best pal.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick at flying, doing what he's doing, fighting battle droids. R2D2 in his prime would take down a whole squadron, mate. Face it. Number 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Space Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Space
Fun
Jesus.
fact, at my grandma's house, I'm actually going to her house right now to go, you know, get everything all settled. But there's been a picture, because she's, you know, she loves Christianity. Nothing wrong with it. I have no, you know, I'm not trying to say that, but I gave her about 3 years ago, I gifted her a picture, a Photoshop image of Obi-Wan Kenobi doing one of the Jesus poses, and it's still hanging up.
Nice. Yeah, so R2D2, Obi-Wan, then Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah.
I love Ahsoka. Her growth through season 1,
character
season
arc,
7.
yeah.
You know, we spent so much time with her. For
Yeah,
her being,
yeah.
Well, yes, she was a George Lucas created character, but mainly Dave Filoni.
So what did you say she was? Number 2?
Number 3.
Number 3. I don't know how the fuck she fits in top 5, but yeah.
You know, I love her character arc, her development, and then what Rosario Dawson has been handed script-wise to do with her.
Yeah,
I think she's done very, very well bringing her into live action. I'll never forget, like Mandalorian season 2, when we're on the planet with Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah.
You see her in the distance, and it's just her silhouette with her white lightsabers. Oh my god, I was losing my mind. Absolutely losing my mind. I loved it. So yeah, Ahsoka would be number 3. Number 4, Boba Fett.
Yeah,
love Boba Fett. You know, from the day we saw him,
I still can't get over R2D2 as number 1. That's tickle me.
Easily R2D2 is number 1. Easily. Yeah, so Boba Fett, loved him since the day we saw him in Empire Strikes Back. People may say he got done a little bit dirty in his show, but if you delve into the Legends comics or current comic canon, you know, Boba Fett's still a badass in that current comic canon and in the Legends canon. So, you know, there's, you know, he's been.
They just made him soft as baby shit.
They made him soft. And when people say, "Oh, he's talking too much in the Book of Boba Fett," it's like, what? So you want him to be silent throughout the whole of his show? Shut up. And then at number 5, I'd say Vader.
Yeah.
Okay. Vader, just, you know, he is. Star Wars,
I think he belongs in the top. I think in everyone's top 5 characters of all time, Vader needs to be.
Yeah, he needs to be there. He is. You know, it's. I think Vader and Anakin, you could separate into 2.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm taking it as them together. You know,
Lord Vader.
It's the young boy from Tatooine, slave, getting picked up, pod racing. It's his whole journey all the way through to when, you know, the only person who could save him was his son.
Yeah.
And some of the moments that we've had with him, like in Rebels, when Ahsoka cuts the one side of his mask, and then in the Kenobi show, Kenobi's cut the other side. It's revealing, you know, sides of Vader, but it was only Luke. It was only Luke who could take off the whole helmet and reveal his father again.
Also, shameless plug: 9 subs. That's all I need to 1,000. Please help. Anyway.
Okay, everyone, subscribe to this beautiful, sexy man. You know, he said he will do another cake shop at 1,000.
I'm so close to 1,000. I am going to do it. I have been planning to do a giveaway at some point for the 1,000. By the way, just a quick one. If you want to donate to the charities, the link is in the top comment and is in the description. Also, if you do donate, don't have to, even if it's little or as much as you want. All right, you will get entered into a giveaway with Brick Dynasty, which is happening when, Austin? Next Sunday.
I think
It ends next Sunday, doesn't it? Like the.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Don't quote me, but I believe so.
Yeah, cool.
But I hate to say I just pulled in here to the family member to go, you know, do the bad, you know, thing we don't want to do. But sorry I couldn't be here longer, buddy. But
right.
rant off. Tell me your 5 real quick. I'm curious.
Okay, quick 5. Okay, so number 5, Paz Vizsla. Absolute, just like I just loved his character completely all the way through the Mandalorian. The build up from him being like kind of a bully to like the way he went out like an absolute champion was. I had tears in my eyes. I was like, no, like devastated.
Death I dream of.
He was like one of my favorite characters from the start, and I was like, he's 100% going to die though. Like the way they were building him up in season 3, I was like, oh, this man's going to suck it. Right, number 4, Cad Bane.
Ah.
Cad Bane is my number 4. Yes, he was a bit me in the in Book of Boba Fett, but he was like one of the, you know, if you wanted the Jedi assassinated, he was the man you called.
Yeah.
He was the one that you called to get the job done. He was just incredible. Number 3, Director Krennic. I really like Director Krennic. How he's your typical like I'm the boss like type of Imperial like officer, but he was just a weasel. Like, and I just loved his character, and the fact that we're getting him again in Andor season 2, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Bash. Number 2, Darth Vader.
Who was your number 1?
The icon. I haven't got it yet.
Oh, what, you doing reversal?
I'm doing reversal. Number 5.
So who was 5?
So number 5 was Paz Vizsla. Number 4 was Cad Bane. Number 3 was
Cad definitely deserves
number 3 was Director Krennic. Number 2 is Darth Vader. And he is Star Wars in my like. If you think Star Wars, he's the first character that should come to mind.
Yeah.
Like no matter who,
Luke.
like him like dark side Luke, light side light side Luke, dark side Darth Vader. That's what you're thinking. Or Anakin, depending, right? But Darth Vader's like the main villain you think of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then number 1 is Thrawn. It's got to be Thrawn. All the way through Rebels, best character through the entirety of Rebels, and yes. Lars Mikkelsen is an older gentleman, right? And just because he's put on a little bit of weight in his older years doesn't mean he didn't play a fantastic live-action Thrawn.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
It was for me. It was having the voice.
And I said I would rather have his voice than someone who looked the part.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because of the Horde.
Hey, Thrawn's been eating good on Peridia.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He's been eating good.
Time.
He's left nothing for the troopers. That's why they've all died and they've all come back as zombies.
Yeah.
You know, he's just eating well. That's all it is.
Chain of command for you.
Yeah, exactly. You get nothing, I get everything.
Yeah.
Yep. But what I want to do is, I ranted off my top 5. Just I wasn't really fully thinking. But what I'll do on my story today, I'll give my legitimate top 5. So, because it's something I generally want to think over. Because looking back, is very rushed, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, this would be in my top. So
people are saying Qui-Gon and Mace Windu.
Really? Right, okay. Let's get in the chat. We want to hear the
Anakin.
top 5. Okay, so Vader, Luke, so Ultra Bex. We got Vader, Luke, Han Solo, Mando, and Obi-Wan. Is that in any order, or is that in
Jedi Master Bricks just there.
Yeah. Anakin, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon, Darth Maul, Obi-Wan. Okay. Ooh,
Prequel heavy.
Yeah, got a very prequels heavy list there.
That's fine.
People are born in.
Yep. But I gotta do so. Love you, boys. Keep the donations coming through because it's already been announced that the tattoo's happening. So I just have to get in touch with my artist because he's all the way in Indianapolis these days. So and I want him to do it. So I'll make a road trip out to him.
Brilliant.
And, it's gonna take a little bit of because he does all these conventions and stuff. So that's basically what I have to settle with him. But it will happen.
Yeah.
Just can't guarantee a time, but it'll be before Brick World. So
and then you can see it.
And then I can see it in person, yeah.
I'll let you slap it.
When it's healed.
No, wait, I'll get it like as we're going so you can just give the fresh slappy. But all right, boys, it was a pleasure chat. Sorry I couldn't tune in longer, but this time the decision just kind of came down today, so I'm like, all right.
No worries, bro. No worries.
All right, boys, you guys have fun and mwah, mwah, mwah.
Wow.
Ooh, darling. Wait for the room. All right, deuces.
Nice one.
See you in a bit, bro.
I was not expecting Sam Wessel.
No, I wasn't either.
That's kind of shocked me.
But like, yeah, Thrawn's like he is the mastermind, like uber mastermind of everything.
Yeah.
He's just so good. Always that one step ahead. No matter what, he was one step ahead. Yeah, you mean the way he handled things in Ahsoka series, is a little bit questionable.
Yeah.
But like the one bit that always threw me off in Ahsoka was Thrawn knew who Baylan Skoll was, knew he was a Jedi general in the Clone Wars. He knew who Anakin was, but didn't know who Ahsoka was, which he should have known, because Ahsoka was a commander in the Clone Wars, and he was Anakin's Padawan, but he didn't know who she was. He had to be like, who was her master? And then it was Anakin Skywalker, and he shit himself.
Yeah.
But it's like he should have already known that he was her master. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing that like didn't piss me off. But I was like, I should have really known that already.
I do find it crazy that is their first meeting.
Yeah.
Is the Ahsoka show.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't think that. Like when you just briefly look back on Star Wars history, like look at like Rebels.
Yeah.
It's like, did they meet?
No.
Exactly. But like in like the back of my mind's playing tricks, and it's like, surely they did, but no.
The Cool Hands for Infus Nest.
Infus Nest from Solo, brilliant.
Shit character.
Oh, that's the girl who plays her is the one from Falcon and Winter Soldier, the TV show, who's running that terrorist group. Yeah.
I like Fit Lego guys. Fives, Vader, Embo, Django, and Mace Windu. That's a very mix. That's a fine
Embo
mix.
Recency bias for hype.
Oh yeah. Fit Lego guys on the recency bias.
Yeah, he's on the hype train, isn't he?
Django Fett, I would love to see more of.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the Bounty Hunter game. They just done a comic series for Django Fett.
Have they?
Yeah, that you see him get not picked up by Dooku.
Yeah.
But you see Dooku wanting to get in contact with him at the very end. It was pretty good to be fair.
Okay.
So that was a 4-issue run, which came out towards the tail end of last year. Obviously, me being a massive comic collector, I ended up getting all 4 issues of that.
We've got Nate builds 1 to 5. Django Fett, Plo Koon. Oh, that's a good pick. Obi-Wan, Vader, Qui-Gon. So a very, again, we've got. I
wish we got more Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
I mean, when he turned up at the end of Kenobi, I was.
I was a while upset.
I was sobbing. I was like, there he is. Give me more.
And everyone was like, oh, it's broken like the law because he never got like. So, in my theory, in my head, is that, like Qui-Gon said, he could only manifest himself in Obi-Wan's mind.
Yeah. And
Obi-Wan had to want to see a Qui-Gon for him to be able to see him. Like no one else could see Qui-Gon. It was just Obi-Wan that could see him, and that's why at the end he could see Qui-Gon. That's why.
So you're saying he wasn't there as a Force ghost? He was there in Obi-Wan's mind as a Force ghost.
Yeah, effectively, yeah. He couldn't manifest himself, but he could manifest himself in the mind of Obi-Wan. Do you know what I mean? Cool, Han. So Martin's got Ventress Zam. Oh, okay, we've got another Zam Wessel.
Wow.
Enfys Nest, Bo-Katan, Phasma. I just say, like, all of yours are women. Ventress is a good shout.
Ventress is great. I think she's such a complicated character.
Yeah.
Is it Dark Disciple, the novel where it's her and Quinlan Voss?
Yeah, because they go off together.
They have a great time.
Yeah. But Bad Batch retconned her ending. Yeah. Bad Batch retconned her ending because she was supposed to go. She tried to kill Dooku.
Yeah.
And Dooku just shiska bobbed her. Yeah. And then they got away, and then she ended up dying. I think something along those lines.
Yeah.
But they retconned that with Bad Batch. So
having Phasma on there is absurd.
She was a
cooler characters.
Phasma was one of the cooler characters.
You know, I think it's just the armor.
I think it was more the
chrome, isn't it?
I think for me it was more the fact that it was Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Did you know that Sir Duncan in the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms,
Sir Duncan the Tall?
Sir Duncan the Tall is ancestor to Brienne of Tarth.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's probably why he's so tall.
That's the first book
Or
I
why,
ever read.
why is she so tall?
That's the first non-picture book I ever read.
Really?
Yeah, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah, what read it when I was in Kenya and I had nothing to do, and I was like out in the middle of the shitty desert. But cool. I'm glad. Anyone else want to stick in their top 5 Star Wars characters before we move on? There's still quite a bit to do, and we've only got an hour left.
I know.
Time's flown.
Flying by.
Time's flight. Glad everyone's here. And say I've still got only 9 to go to 1,000. Another reminder: if you want to donate, anything's amazing. It can be as low as a penny or as high as 1,000, whatever it may be. Only if you can afford it, because that's how we roll around here.
Exactly.
All right.
Not forcing anything.
Again, it all goes straight to the charity. Goes to the California Fire Service for the Los Angeles wildfires. There's a lot of people out there that have lost their precious Lego collections. How many? I think it was 10,000 homes destroyed.
That's crazy. Isn't it?
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
When was the last time the wildfires happened? Wasn't it like 2 years ago?
Yeah, something like. We got to get all the Australian wildfires and stuff as well, but this is like hit like all the suburban areas and stuff, which is wild.
Like people are saying that when they're driving to work, they enter a certain part and then the sky's just orange.
Yeah.
And
it looked like Sauron. It looked like Sauron.
It's Mordor, right?
Mordor, yeah.
Mordor. It's like, they said it's like they're driving through Armageddon.
So if even if like 5 or 10 can like put a bolt in someone's house or something, do you know what I mean? Or buy someone a box of boys, then that's mission accomplished, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Okay. But yeah. So if you can, it's up in the top comment, also in the description of this video. All right. Right, so we've done that. So we've done our top 5 Star Wars characters. There's no need to rank Lord of the Rings because we all know this. What's yours? It's Return of the King, 2 Towers, Fellowship of the Ring. That's the 3.
Yeah. In
that order of best to worst. It's not even best to worst. It's like best to slightly not as good. Yeah. Return of the King, 2 Towers, and Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, cool. We're glad we've done that. Now we're gonna go on to ooh. So what are you saying?
You want me to go first?
You can go first.
You want me to go first?
Because I want to ridicule you.
Number 1 for me, Sam.
Oh, hang on. Before we crack on, Cody, 1 to 5. Maul, Han, Mando, Clone, Grievous.
Is that the first Grievous we've seen?
Grievous is underrated.
He is. I mean,
I like
Tales of the Empire.
I like his backstory more than I like his
100%. But Tales of the Empire. Do you remember the episode with Morgan Elsbeth when Grievous is like decimating everyone? Yeah. That's the Grievous we need. Not the guy who's coughing and just running away all the time. Every single episode of Clone Wars.
His backstory is sad. Like super sad.
It is. And one thing that I'm happy that they kept in Clone Wars is Anakin and him never meet. So if you're doing chronological order watches, you're doing Acolyte, if you want to watch the Acolyte first. But Phantom Menace, definitely, and then Attack of the Clones, and then you watch all of Clone Wars, and then you end up watching Revenge of the Sith. When Anakin turns around to him and says, "You're shorter than I expected," that is the first time they've met. You've just watched 7 seasons of Clone Wars. They don't meet.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
I'm sure they do.
No, they don't. It's one thing that they kept. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not. I'm sure. I'm convinced, mate. Nah.
There you go. What's that? Click on that. What you got? Never meets.
Really?
It's the one thing they kept.
All right, fine. I'm convinced. Yeah, but they know about. I don't know. There's a bit in that scene.
Absolutely does not meet Grievous in Clone Wars. Thank you, Fit Lego Guy.
All right, I think back. But they know what. Like, there's a bit of dialogue in Revenge of the Sith that.
Because it's always Ahsoka that ends up fighting Grievous in Clone Wars every single time.
I'm like 90%. Like, I know 90% of Star Wars, all right, but Lord of the Rings is my forte, all right? So give me a break, all right? But yeah, Plo Koon got overlooked in in the prequel trilogy, but that was because they don't think people realize how George Lucas wouldn't realize how much of a big character he would be liked in the Clone Wars.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why people end up loving the prequels now is what they managed to build with Clone Wars. So then when Order 66 happens now, my brain just goes to Clone Wars, and it's like you're watching Ki-Adi-Mundi die, you're watching Plo Koon die, you know, all these people that you spent time with.
Ki-Adi-Mundi can die. That is fine.
That's fine.
He's a prick.
Forehead gang, strong. But all these people that you spent time with are just dropping like flies.
So, AGOD, this is Sean from AGOD, right? So, happy birthday, by the way, happy 175th birthday for the other day. Okay. Right, counting down. So, Hoth Luke, okay. That's a very, specific Luke.
All of them are very specific Lukes.
Pilot Luke. Oh, right, okay, they're all Lukes. Okay, so Hoth Luke, he's an OT fan. That's the best set of his life.
Right.
Best set of his life. Hoth Luke, Pilot Luke. I would...
Return the Jedi Luke at the bottom.
I'd put. What about you? What about?
He's got no. Has he got? He hasn't got a farm boy Luke on there.
No farm boy.
What about ceremonial Luke at the end of A New Hope with the medal?
I would put Hoth Luke. I wouldn't put Hoth Luke first.
There's no Dagobah Luke on there. He was sweaty with Yoda on his back.
I'd put ROTJ Luke as. I was counting down, so Hoth Luke is 5. Pilot Luke is 4, Old Man Luke 3, Bestman Luke 2, Return the Jedi Luke 1. Yeah, I agree with that. Because Hoth Luke is fucking pitiful.
I think.
Except for the part where he climbs the AT-AT.
I think you need a Dagobah Luke on there.
You need Dagobah Luke when he fights himself, when he fights Darth Vader, and then comes down there.
He's got Yoda on his back.
Yeah, doing the upside down with the Yoda on his back. Yeah. Cool.
It's one of the things that I'm
Papa Trip, baby, what's going on?
One of the things that I like that they recreated in the Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Was when Luke was with Grogu, kind of recreating the whole Dagobah stuff with him on his back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. But you kind of see it from Grogu's perspective in that, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, up close camera, laughing, having fun, and then Luke's pulling out his green lightsaber and giving him a trauma trip, PTSD style, making him relive everything.
This is Josh. This is Jen as well. He's a sequel lover. He told me he would rather watch The Last Jedi on repeat, and he would wish the Return of the Jedi Revenge of the Sith never been made. Rey, Finn, Phasma, BB-8, revitalized palps.
I did think when Force Awakens came out, and I actually do still think to this day, the design of BB-8 is really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Having a droid on a ball.
Yeah,
really like it.
Yeah, I like the black one.
Because in Battlefront 2, you can play as BB-8 or the Black Imperial one, can't you? Yeah.
That is wilder. Right, anything I missed? Have I missed any more here? Mandalorian, Luke Skywalker. I wish they'd done that scene like 2 years later, because the what they call deep fakes would have been better.
Yeah,
but it was cool to chop through all the
the
Dark Troopers.
The fan that made it better.
Yeah,
he was the one that did it for the Book of Boba Fett, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it looks so much better in the Book of Boba Fett.
Didn't he end up getting hired?
Yeah, no, he got hired by Lucasfilm or whatever to actually do it, because his job that he did was so much better than what they ended up doing.
Yeah.
And for half of the Mandalorian season 2 at the end, his face is literally covered. Yeah. That's why they did the fighting with his hood up, whereas in Book of Boba Fett, they've got him doing stuff with his hood down. Because it's a gentle merge. Because they got someone who looks so much like a young Mark Hamill, and then just kind of gently put it on there, where they could afford for him to start moving around and doing stuff quite quickly.
Yeah.
So, but what that guy ended up doing was absolutely amazing, I thought.
Yeah. It just makes me upset that the Mandalorian...
But breaking the canon of Yoda's lightsaber annoys me. Because there's this massive... There's one comic...
They got them all.
Comics.
They got them all, burnt them all, didn't they?
So, who's Palpatine's assistant? The
Masamida.
Yeah.
Masamida's in Vader, 2015 of Vader, I think, in the comic run. He's got everyone out the front of Coruscant.
Yeah.
He's got this massive cauldron.
Yeah. And is it shock troopers? Isn't the shock troopers like
they're just carting them all in?
Yeah,
and he's just like, these are all the lightsabers that we found from all the dead Jedi, all the traitors. We're going to burn them all. And this one is Yoda's, the Grandmaster. Yeah. Chucks that in, and then all of a sudden Luke's got it. Yeah. But then that's where the Lego set for Dagobah, the diorama, you get Luke's, you get Yoda's lightsaber in that, and you can plug it in the back of the set.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember?
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the hilt's the set. Like, the hilt is but I don't know.
It literally goes in the back of
the I know. I've got. This is what I mean. Have a look. It should be in there. It's been a while.
You've got a popcorn dude in there.
Oh yeah, I've got like pure stuff going on in there.
Yeah, no, it's in the back. See it?
Jake's have to show me my own Lego sets because I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's up there. Right, keep the popcorn dude in there. No, you know what? Actually, you can come out. You can get there. But yeah, there's a lot of things they've had to like retcon and butcher back and forth, left and right, to make stuff work. And the problem with the novels is like, I don't get why they just don't use novels, but we go down to pay anyone then, do you? If you use the novels, if you don't use novels. We all want like a proper heir to the Empire. You know what I mean?
Oh, we all want
Mara Jade.
Andy in Town Q.
When Anakin had his Shoto, and he had a red Shoto, and he used that as his second lightsaber. It was absolutely awesome. Papa Trip, what's Papa Trip saying? 5-1. Anakin, Obi, Ventress, Rex, and Plo.
Oh, I didn't put Rex on mine. I'm a Rex simp as well.
Oh yeah,
it's hard for Star Wars characters to have a top 5.
All my top 5 are all villains, though. I suppose I could do a top 5 bad, good like protagonists, or good top 5 good.
So if I was to do a top 5 villains,
because what was my villain?
Vader at number 1. Did I have any more villains on my top 5?
Because for people who have just come in or whatever, my top 5 were 5 Paz Vizsla, 4 Cad Bane, 3 Director Krennic, 2 Darth Vader, and number 1 Thrawn. So all mine are baddies. And I don't know what I do for goodies. Huh?
Sith rule.
Yeah. Well, if I could put 6 on there, I was tossed up between Vizsla and Maul.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will kick off about that and say the Maul should be before Paz Vizsla, but Paz Vizsla just his kind of character building through 1, 2, and 3 was really good.
Never forget watching that episode of season 3 with you. He just goes
go. This is the way. Yeah, cool. But my goodies, what would my good ones be?
R2D2.
Fuck off with R2D2.
It's got to be up there, mate. Easily. When they get C-3PO, right, and R2 at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Bail Organa's like, the protocol droid, I want you to wipe his memory. R2D2 is the only one that's lived it. He's gone through everything. He's the only one that remembers. Can you imagine the trauma that droid's gone through? It's been kicking around since before Anakin was born as well, most likely. The trauma that droid's got.
So Captain Rex would definitely be in my top 5. Goodies.
If I was to take Vader, because I think Vader was my only... Oh no, Boba Fett was on mine as well.
Yeah.
If I was to take Vader and Boba Fett out, I could easily slot Rex. And...
That's what I mean.
Qui-Gon.
Oh, Qui-Gon, yeah. Qui-Gon, Rex, Anakin.
You know you're a Padme simp.
Not a fucking hater. Padme is the waste of space character, honestly. Like, I will die on that hill. She got sad. She didn't like what her boyfriend was doing. She got choked out.
She couldn't see the vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Couldn't see the vision.
You'd be jumping on that. You'd be like, you're going to take over the... Yeah? Get in me now. That's what you'd be like.
You've already put 2 in me.
Yeah.
Third,
like,
4th.
She's just being selfish. She just wants everything her way. Like, what about his way?
That's a typical
he's thinking of galactic domination.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, well, no.
You've got to have democracy. To send
Freedom and democracy. But yeah, I can't figure out the. I'm trying to think council members.
Yaddle.
Oh,
Tales of the
love that.
Jedi when Yaddle gets crushed.
Dooku is such a shout as like a top 5 character. Such a shout.
Kit Fisto.
I'm gonna put Count Dooku in my top 5 good guys because he was a good guy, in my mind.
In your mind, that's a lot, especially since your normal ranking.
I honestly, I would put Count Dooku as a Grey Jedi. He kind of sits between.
Do we use that terminology here?
What?
Grey Jedi.
What?
I know a lot of people don't really.
No, but I know what it is. So
yeah,
yes,
that's fair.
but like Grey Jedi, because like, Grey Jedi sits between good and evil. Like they're like an anti-hero. Do you know what I mean? That's like kind of the way they operate. Like Stark, yeah, they like operate. I would put Count Dooku as like the closest to a Grey Jedi that we've had on screen, because he's doing things for the. I see why he was doing stuff. Like he had, like that's why he left the Order, because people wouldn't listen to him. But he had valid points. Like people forget to realise that the Separatists.
You know when like you want to just smack someone because they're not listening to you.
Yeah.
Or just go and build a secret army.
Yeah. Like the Separatists or the Trade Federation, like it was just like another political party. Like you had like the Democrats and the Republicans. People didn't agree with the views of one party, so they were like, "Oh, you're nothing but villains to us," and then it's vice versa. Just a galactic civil war, isn't it? Like it is in Star Wars. And he just.
I mean, thanks to Count Dooku.
I mean, yeah, he was getting a lot out of it.
Thanks to Count Dooku, we got the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Peak TV.
Yeah, Peak TV.
Are we going on to Lord of the Rings character ranking?
People are going to get bored of Lord of the Rings now, but we're going to go on more for the character rankings.
There we go. So, my number 1, easily every single day of the week, Sam.
Yeah.
It's got to be. He's everyone's best friend that they've ever wanted in their whole entire life. A lot of people are probably going to disagree with me.
Yeah.
But growing up as a kid, he was always so cool. It's Legolas.
Yeah. So we're going Sam as number one.
Legolas number 2.
Yeah.
Right. He had very little screen time. Then Sauron.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Or Sauron, a physical being, Sauron.
Well, from what we see at the start of Fellowship.
Okay.
To then just what echoes
throughout
the whole of that trilogy.
Yeah.
Right. Sauron, number 3.
Yeah.
Then Gandalf.
Yeah.
Number 4. And then number 5, Gimli.
Okay. I cannot make the jump, you'll have to toss me. Okay, so
it's literally my favourite thing that he does.
I'm going to have to roll mine off. So, Boromir, number 1.
Oh, is it?
All day. The first son of Gondor. Boromir, number 1. Like the ultimate sacrifice at the end of Fellowship. Oh, even to this day, I get well upset by it. Number 2 is Theoden, King Theoden.
Okay.
Best scene is in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
The Ride of the Rohirrim, Pelennor Fields, Return of the King, then his speech, insane. Then number 3 would probably be Aragorn. No, Elrond's going to be my number 3. So Boromir, Theoden, Elrond.
Yeah. Rings of Power, Elrond?
No, fuck off. No, Elrond. And then we're going Gandalf.
Yeah.
Number 4, and then Saruman, number 5. Christopher Lee, you just can't beat it.
No.
Christopher Lee, Saruman, number 5.
When we watched War of the Rohirrim in Cardiff,
It was good.
It was really
really good. And I haven't had a chance to like speak on it, but on here. But like, I think I had a slight. I spoke about it a little bit on Martin's stream, but like, War of the Rohirrim was fucking.
I'm
good.
actually happy we watched it in IMAX.
Yeah.
Because I came home after, obviously, and I think it was a week later or a couple of days later. I took my brother to the cinema and watched it in just a normal cinema screen, right? And it's one of those films that me and my brother both said, like, we didn't need to watch it in IMAX.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't need to go to Cardiff and watch it in IMAX. But when I then watched it on a normal screen, I was so happy that we did. Because, we didn't get any Easter eggs in the top left, top right corners or anything like that, because that's what IMAX is normally for. Or it is just for that perspective. It's like, whoa, this is huge. Like, I've heard when people watch Interstellar in IMAX, like, you feel like you're in space.
Okay.
You know, like it's or like Dune Part 2. Apparently, that was amazing in IMAX. Top Gun Maverick in IMAX was amazing.
I'm pretty sure War of the Rohirrim was the first IMAX film I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was my 4th.
Oh, George.
I've seen. First, it was Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Then it was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the second animated Spider-Man film. Then Wonka.
That film dog shit.
No, I don't care about Wonka. I don't care about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or anything like that. My brother, if you were to ask, like, oh my god, you need to put Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on.
8 subs from 1,000. Oh,
look at this, you're going.
Yeah,
when we were younger, it would be like, he loves Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I didn't care for it. It's like, I love chocolate, don't get me wrong, but it never caught me. And then Johnny Depp's came out.
Yeah.
That's not my perception of who Wonka is. It will always be, is it Gene Wilder? That's it, Gene Wilder. Will always be him. Timothy Chalamet looks like a young Gene Wilder.
Okay.
And you could almost say that you watch Timothy Chalamet's and then go into Gene Wilder's.
I still, before we go into off topic here, because it's just on Lord of the Rings and somehow diverged onto Charlie and the Factory. But I like the fucking Johnny Depp one. I like Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder's the best one. But I like the Johnny Depp one as well.
It's too Tim Burton for me. Because that's what it is. It's a Tim Burton film. And you got Christopher Lee as his dad. Yeah. But anyway,
what was Fit Lego Guy's got? So his is Gimli, Aragorn, Saruman, Legolas, and Éomer. Éomer's a shout.
That's a shout.
Éomer's a shout. What is an elf, a man, and a dwarf here in the Riddermark? Speak quickly. I'll give you my name, Horsemaster, if you shall tell me mine. No. What does he say? You give me your name, Horsemaster, and I shall tell you mine. And he's like, what's he say? Oh, it's got off my head. I had it and it's now gone. I'm really bad at quotes. I should have your head, dwarf, if it was a little bit higher from the ground. You will die before your stroke fell. There you go. But I think Boromir's, and it's a shame that you only really get to see Boromir again in the extended editions, because he comes back in Return of the King.
100%.
Which is a shame, because he was fantastic.
The added in scenes in Return of the King that had Boromir in, because I watched the extendeds for the first time, not last year, the year before, because they showed all the extendeds in the cinema. Never seen them before. It was my first time watching Lord of the Rings in probably like 5 years, something like that. Like, I've only just recently kind of got back into Lord of the Rings. Yeah. I was a Hobbit guy growing up, because the Hobbit for me was just, as a kid, it was. You're
making yourself sound so young.
I know, but I couldn't care. It's me. I'm introducing myself. People are going to know me as the guy that liked Hobbit first. But for me as a kid,
the guy that there was Legolas that shouldn't have been in there.
Exactly.
And what's her name? It's gone out of my head. Her name's gone out of my head.
I know who you're on about.
Philly's love interest.
Yeah. The elf.
Yeah. She's not in there.
Yeah.
In the book. The Battle of Five Armies didn't happen. There's a lot of things wrong. There's a lot of things wrong with it.
They should have just made it one movie. And kept it practical effects. Like, we all know this.
But yeah, for me, The Hobbit was just easier to watch as a kid because it's just a lot more like streamlined.
Christopher Lee was the only person in The Lord of the Rings that actually met J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
What's Broad saying? I don't know if you chaps have covered this already, but while I was in the gym, I heard that the UCS Death Star opening up in half and revealing 2 iconic scenes, apparently like the Batcave. Oh, what, like the Shadow Box?
Shadow Box Batcave from Batman Returns.
We'll quickly divulge onto because we've only got half an hour left, and I feel like you've got to talk about the $1,000 Death Star. Yeah.
It's got.
Oh, hang on. Before we do this, Fitlow guy, does your list from the books differ to the movies, Padawan? There's quite a few people in the book that I mentioned, like Tom Bombadil, which is a really cool character.
Yeah. Turned up in Rings of Power, did him so dirty.
For me, I've read the Lord of the Rings novels once through. I've read The Hobbit through, which is a fucking tiny book anyway.
Yeah.
I've read the Lord of the Rings Hobbit novels once, and it's when you read if you watch the films first and you read the books, you realise how much is missed. Especially with all the Tom Bombadil stuff, like it's mental.
Well, Shelob happens in Two Towers in the book.
Yeah, and it's like I get what they've done with the films. There's a lot missed out in the films, but I get obviously it's a film, so you can only have so much. But no, back to your question, I stick with the same. So, what I say, Boromir, because for me, I've read the books through once, but I've watched the films 1,000 times.
Imagine if they did Lord of the Rings again as a TV show.
I wouldn't watch it.
No, but like I know you wouldn't, but like to the same standard as the trilogy.
Zach
added everything.
We'll get onto Zach before we finish. We'll get onto Zach and what he's got cooking.
Robert.
But like, you're a massive Harry Potter fan.
Yeah. Shut.
Right.
Harry Potter is just
it's
child Lord of the Rings.
It's shit.
How?
It's shit. It only focuses on one place, mate. Like you've got where the school is, and then there's Diagon Alley, and that's it.
Yeah,
and
but
like a few other little bits.
But loads of people say to me that Harry Potter is literally a child's version of Lord of the Rings.
No, it's not. It's nothing. There's nothing similar.
People have said that. To me.
I can't say that. they're challenged, right?
Mentally challenged.
Yeah,
100%.
You cannot say. How can you compare Lord of the Rings to Harry Potter?
I know, right?
That's wild.
Some people I know have, and I'm like, but Harry Potter doesn't have elves. It doesn't have any of that stuff, so it's like completely different.
Magic.
It's completely different. It's just about wizards.
Yeah. Like. Yeah, there's like, but you like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Me as an outsider, I've watched Harry Potter 1,000 times, right? But me as an outsider looking in, them HBO are making a series, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're redoing it all and recasting.
Yeah.
Why? There's no need, mate.
Have you heard who's playing Snape?
It's I don't know. Yeah.
A man of colour.
Yeah, let's not get political here. But I get what you mean. But like, it's like, why they don't need to do it? They do not need to redo it.
Like what? Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out 2012. We're only 12 years away from that. Oh no, 13 years away from that now. Are we?
What?
2012, 2025. 12.
13 years.
13 years, yeah. So if you go off that basis, we're literally 13 years away. I think you need to wait 30, maybe 40 years. HBO, I think they're saying they're doing something that's more inclined to the books.
Yeah.
Okay. And because it's HBO, we know how long Game of Thrones is. We all know how long their episodes are for other TV shows, not just.
Are they going to make Harry Potter 18 rated? Like Game of Thrones, where people are getting chefed up and stuff?
I don't think so.
Well, then I don't want to watch it. If they made Harry Potter, if they turned it from a kids' TV to kids' films to pure like political, people get dying, people get.
Harry Potter in the books is dark, mate.
I've never read the book. So
yeah, so like the books are dark, and when you find out how Voldemort ends up making his Horcruxes, the people, because obviously to make a Horcrux, you got to kill someone, you got to bury part of your soul, right? So he's killed 7 people, and when you read up into that, it's actually like some of the stuff that he's done is actually like vile. But going back to the whole HBO thing, the length of them are going to be like hour each. episode-wise. Anyway, they're going to be like easily an hour, and then 8 episodes a season. That's 8 hours of content.
Yeah.
Right. Say Philosopher's Stone. You know how you go from the Dursleys to where Hagrid walks in on that island, to then Diagon Alley, from Diagon Alley to then to the train, to then to Hogwarts. That's only about, what, half hour, 40 minutes of the film?
Yeah.
So then if you were to do a TV show, you'd make it first episode.
I think it'd be too slow, mate.
Oh, see, I don't.
Could you imagine the whole first episode is just Harry in his under the stairs?
It probably
I'd
will
be well annoyed.
It will
I'd
just
like,
be him
what
at
is
the
it?
Dursleys. It will literally just be him at the Dursleys.
Yeah, boring.
And then at the end of that episode, it will be them leaving to go to that island. Episode 2 starts. It will be them on the island, to them going to Diagon Alley, to then to the train, and then it will end with them arriving in Hogwarts. And then episode 3 onwards, you've then got like 6 hours of content in Hogwarts.
So you're saying make every film in Harry Potter a series long? So there's 7 films, aren't there, or 8?
So there's 8 films.
8 films, sorry, part 1.
But
Yeah, so it's 8 films. So you would say every film should be a season long?
Yeah.
What, like 10 episodes?
8 episodes.
8 episodes.
I'd say 8. Because that's
8 hour-long episodes.
That's 8 hours.
That's not a lot to fit through, mate.
Or 7 hours, or 7.5, depending if you've dropped like a 50-minute or a 40-minute.
Because you know for a fact they'll make Wizards chess and a whole episode, mate. You know for a fact they'll make that whole episode. How boring that. You're watching a big game of chess for an hour.
Can you imagine?
Screw the nut. Screw the nut.
Can you imagine just watching a whole game of chess for an hour?
Like, watch it quickly. What's your favorite? What's your favorite Harry Potter film?
Do you want me to get the letterboxd out?
No, just.
So my favorite Harry Potter film is easily Prisoner of Azkaban.
See, mine's the
one.
Mine's the one that everyone hates. Goblet of Fire.
Not everyone hates that.
I love Goblet of Fire. The Triwizard Tournament.
Yeah.
Class.
I know.
Worst Harry Potter, and I think this is because I was made to watch it a million times and it pissed me off, was Chamber of Secrets.
Right, so growing up, Chamber of Secrets wasn't the greatest compared to all of them. I don't think Harry Potter's had a bad film. I think they're all very consistent. They're all different for their own reasons.
Chamber of Secrets, boring. Prisoner of Azkaban, boring.
Half-Blood Prince, boring.
Half-Blood Prince, boring.
Order of the Phoenix, great.
Order of the Phoenix is good.
You know, making the DA,
Goblet of
training
Fire,
everyone up.
class.
Definitely Hallows Part 1 for me. So it goes.
I like Goblet of Fire as well because like you saw Cedric Diggory get out of Avada Kedavra and it's like yes.
For me, it's definitely Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, and then definitely Hallows Part 1. A lot of people say why is definitely Hallows Part 1 before Part 2, and for me, it's them out in the wild. It's everything that they've learned up until this point being put to the test. That's why I like it so much. And it's taken us out of our comfort zone, out of our safety of Hogwarts. That's why I like it. It's the first time, even though we're seeing the Ministry again, we were there and, you know, Order of the Phoenix, all that sort of stuff, but it's everything put to the test.
Hot take as well, before we carry on. I preferred Mads Mikkelsen over Johnny Depp as Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts.
It's not a hot take, because I agree. Mads Mikkelsen was so much better than Johnny Depp. I mean, look, if you put it...
Jude Law's Dumbledore was class.
Jude Law's Dumbledore was absolutely amazing. Going back to his performance in Skeleton Crew, amazing. But if you look at what Johnny Depp...
See, Oaktown Bricks. The only bad Harry Potter film is Goblet of Fire, when it's my favourite.
Oh, looks like you got a hot take with some people then.
Harry Potter's doing me in.
Mads Mikkelsen, what he was able to do with Grindelwald and what he looks like is more inclined to what Grindelwald looks like as an old man in Deathly Hallows, whereas Johnny Depp, he's got 2 different coloured eyes, he's got spiky bleached hair, you know, they Hollywoodified him.
Yeah.
That's what they did, they Hollywoodified Grindelwald.
Here we go. Franchise ranking top 5. You know what? Ooh. Hang on.
It's going to get saucy.
Top 3. I want everyone else's first before we start doing our own. Everyone else, franchise ranking. It could be anything. Absolutely
Jurassic Park,
anything. It could be
Alien, Predator.
Yeah, it could be
Star Wars,
Terminator, DC. No, it could be anything. We want to know everyone's top 5 franchise rankings. Top 3.
You know, some people are just going to put the Spider-Man franchise. I'm looking at you, Zach.
Spider-Man, that's Marvel, isn't it?
It's the Spider-Verse franchise, though, isn't it? It's like just Toby's, Andrew's, Tom's, the animated.
Oh, we knew Zach would be first. Godzilla, Spider-Man, and is that Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan.
Never watched it.
You've never seen Attack on Titan?
No, because it's dubbed. It's dubbed, mate. It's Japanese dubbed English, isn't it?
You can get subbed and dubbed, yeah.
Yeah, but the English don't match up with the mouths, mate. So I don't like it.
I remember you telling me this about anime, though.
Yeah.
You like
I don't mind.
sync,
Right.
don't you?
Right. OG Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. Right. That type of anime was easy to watch it dubbed English because it's just one mouth movement going up and down.
Yeah.
Whereas now they're like it's fluid mouth movements,
Yeah.
so like you can clearly see them not saying that word.
Mate, Godzilla definitely a shout though.
Yeah.
Just the MonsterVerse in general.
What, like the new MonsterVerse? Like
Well, if you go all the way back to the Toho era,
1925.
in 1963.
Is it?
Zach, what year did the first Godzilla film come out? Was it 1963? But even if you go through to the current MonsterVerse stuff, 54. There you go. I was 9 years off.
So I'm not a Potterhead either because it's shit. Sorry.
But yeah, even if you go through with the current MonsterVerse stuff, I mean, if you had to rank quickly the MonsterVerse stuff, so Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, GVK, GXK.
Top 3: Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla X Kong. They're my top 3.
One would be Kong Skull Island.
But Godzilla's the GOAT.
But he's obviously been
Godzilla,
every time.
King Kong.
Mate,
Proven.
When he dives off the cliff in GXK,
Yeah.
fully just dolphin dives.
I love the bit where he's like, where Kong's like, come and help me, and he and he like dives into him and then gives him a suplex. And I was like, oh,
WWE brought to the big screen.
Godzilla, King Kong,
Yeah.
like all day.
Yeah.
Godzilla proved it. They did it.
Not
with
even a thunder gun.
Godzilla versus Kong. It filled him in like 3 times.
Not even a thunder gun fist to help him in those scenarios. What we got here? We got
Hang on.
Star Wars.
I want to cut. So hang on. Let's start from the top. So Oaktown Bricks is going Toy Story, Star Wars, and Ninjago for a franchise.
Toy Story's a shout. Stop at 3.
They're making a 5th one.
I know.
Why do it?
I know.
The 4th one, Woody goes off with Bo Peep, and it's like happily ever after.
Look.
I got pissed up in the cinema. I'm doing it again.
My issue with the 4th one, right, is that he has a better goodbye with Jesse than does Buzz.
Yeah.
He just kind of like, he's giving Jesse the badge, the hat, all this sort of, I can't remember if he gives her the hat. But anyway, he's having a longer goodbye with Jesse, and then he kind of just looks at Buzz and goes, yeah, I'll see you later.
Buzz.
It's like, what?
Yeah. Star Wars and Ninjago. I get Ninjago fair one. Right, what's Stud saying? So rings, obviously, because this is Cody here. If he said anything but rings, I would have been fucking pissed off. Right? Star Wars Pirates. I like that. Pirates of the Caribbean is a good shout.
Pirates is solid up until the 3rd one, yet again.
Potter would be 3, but the books are head and shoulders above the films.
Yeah.
And
this is why I'm excited for the HBO TV show. If they stick to what they're saying, right, and just stick to the books, there's so much that they're going to be able to do with that. And with Snape being a man of colour, me and my brother actually looked up on this. The description of Snape does not give like pasty white skin or anything like that. So it's fair game.
What's Nate saying?
Free for all.
1 to 3. Star Wars, James Bond, Lord of the Rings.
James Bond.
Watch out. James Bond. All
Sean Connery, mate.
I'm which one? I like Roger Moore. He's my favourite. He's my favourite James Bond. Yeah. View to a Kill was my favourite James Bond film. View to a Kill. Daniel Craig, though.
Do you know what my first Bond film was?
Come on.
No Time to Die.
No
That was
fucking
my
way.
first Bond film.
Right. In my mind, right, so you've got James Bond, like I think it's like 27 films, right? There's all the James Bonds, and then Daniel Craig's James Bond is on like another level.
Yeah.
Like, so you've got like James Bond, which
It's
like
Super Cena
it's
in its prime, innit?
it's comical.
Yeah.
Like it's all comical, and then Daniel Craig took it and made it serious.
Yeah.
It was really good. But and Lord of the Rings being top 3 is a shout. What's George put? What's that? Thomas the Tank Engine. That's what I'm saying. This is Thomas the Tank Engine.
Mate, my brother's gonna love that.
I watched that.
Have you ever watched Thomas and the Magic Railroad?
Yeah, I watched it. Sam like just in Christmas.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite Thomas Tank film.
Mate, honestly. So, who's
with
Alec Baldwin?
What's his name?
Alec Baldwin.
What's the fucking Diesel?
Diesel 10.
Diesel. He's like, I'm coming for you.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Aged so well.
Right. George Britton, Star Wars pre-Endgame Marvel.
Yeah,
What like as in anything Endgame and before?
Yeah, easily.
Like so, Endgame for a lot of people, including myself, is like that's where it finished.
That's where it changes, isn't
Yeah.
it? Well, technically,
And then Lord of the Rings and Doom got to be.
Can I just say, is he going chronological here? Because technically, the end of the Infinity Saga is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Far From Home, because it went Endgame, Far From Home, and then the multiverse saga starts.
And it's No Way Home.
No, don't argue with me.
It's No Way Home.
No, it's not.
It is because he can't. Because it's Far From Home's the second one.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm saying release order.
But No Way Home came out after Endgame.
Yeah.
You said Far From Home came out after Endgame.
Yeah, because it's the last one. If he's going chronological.
But No Way Home released after. Oh, you're not Far From Home. That's after Endgame.
Far From Home is the last in the Infinity Saga. That's what I'm saying, right?
But I thought No Way Home was the last of the Infinity Saga.
No, No Way Home is like mid multiverse saga.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. It's in the middle of the multiverse saga.
But Far From Home released before Endgame come out.
No, it didn't. Because Tony Stark's dead in Far From Home, isn't he? Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Isn't that No Way Home?
CJ, you're killing me. You're killing me. Okay, moving on.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, okay, right. It's just clicked. All right, right. Pre-Endgame, Lord of the Rings and Dune got to be at the top.
Dune's
good.
Mate, have you watched Dune Prophecy on Now TV, the TV show? So it's set 10,000.
It's just about the Bene
Gesserit, yeah. So it's set 10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides. So they're basically going like Old Republic time era with that TV show.
Right, we've got to wrap through these because we've only got 12 minutes left and we need to plug some other people. Right. So, Muttley, so 1 to 5, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Nolan, Batman, Jason Bourne. There's
Shrek, GOAT tier.
Shrek, honorable mention, John Wick. Fair, not a bad film in the series.
Just very repetitive.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars from Papa Tritt. A lot of Thomas Wright Twitter says Magic Railroad ruined the franchise. I don't know. I'm not that hardcore for it, to be honest. So, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Isn't Endgame the end of the Infinity Saga?
Getting it up for you.
Right. So mine quickly before we move on. So I'll go just top 3. So, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Transformers.
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
And I'm bundling Transformers into it all. So like G1, Bayverse, the new stuff. I haven't seen one though. I still haven't seen it.
Transformers what?
I still haven't seen it.
Have you not?
No. I keep going to watch it and then I keep forgetting.
Mate, it's so good.
What was your top 3?
My top 3 would be so Marvel and Star Wars always interchange depending on how the franchises are doing.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I'd say Marvel's on its way back compared to Star Wars in this current media market that we are in.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, you got Captain America: Brave New World coming out. Got Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Just had that awesome trailer for Daredevil. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm just hoping they don't mess it up.
Yeah, exactly.
And I saw the Punisher, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, John Berthnell's Punisher's back. So yeah, I'd say Marvel, then Star Wars, and then for my third, I'm gonna say Transformers. Easily.
Yeah.
And then Harry Potter, then Lord of the Rings.
We've only got 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna have to miss them two because we need to get the other stuff in.
Fine.
All right. So we're coming towards the end now, and I appreciate you've stuck with us for nearly 3 hours, boys and girls. All right.
It's flown by.
It's flown by, isn't it?
Absolutely flown by.
It's flown by. We want to know, right before we leave, what you thought. Normally, you normally get just myself on the screen and someone else and someone else. How did you feel about two people in the room having a dynamic, fluid conversation with each other, talking about it, interacting with you guys? Did it work? Did you like it? Maybe. Well,
I've enjoyed my
next time I'll get. Oh, my mic's fucking plugged. Right. Next time I'll get 2 mics sorted so we can have one each, so that sounds a lot better. But I think it worked really well. I've enjoyed us doing this. We maybe have to do it again. And we just want to know how does everyone else feel about it? Did it work? Did it not work? Because I don't want to give you shit that you don't want. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you need a good dancing partner.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I've been that.
You were the first person that popped up when I thought about this, and I couldn't drag Josh from Salisbury, and as much as my other friends, I think I couldn't have a conversation with Robson about it. I could. My other friend's quite nerdy. He's not as nerdy as Jake, but my other friend's quite nerdy. But I love him.
He's Lord of the Rings.
And if he sees this, he'll argue the point, and that's the point of this, right? Everyone's got that one friend who just thinks that they're right, and will not give in.
I mean, you had your Halloween party, and Robson was quizzing me on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he just won't.
But that's his franchise.
Yeah,
but the questions I was getting was unreal. I was like, I don't know.
2 is better than 1. It worked. I like it. Join late but very engaging, enjoyable stream. Good. Well, it's gonna. Maybe we'll get this happening more often. He literally lives
5 minutes.
5 minutes away, so we can do this again if that's what everyone wants.
I'm down.
But I'm like it. But before we head off, I want to plug. Make sure if you can donate, do right. Again, I know I keep saying it, but the link's in the top of the chat. The link's in the description. Everyone that donates goes into a prize draw with Brick Dynasty, which I believe is happening next Sunday. So you get a week from today until it closes. And it's all going to good cause. We're not going to release any details about anyone. We're gonna get the total amount raised. Okay, if I can get the link, which is there at the top of the page, should be able to click it. And I just want to actually get the link up because I want to actually see how much we've gone through already. Has anyone else actually been able to see it so we can? There we go. So we're already gone over our total. Thank you to everyone that's already donated. We've hit 107%. We're on £516, which is like $700 or something like that.
Hey.
Something along those lines. All right. So
it's something
amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay. What we're going to go on to, what's happening next? Okay. So after this, so in about 7 minutes, okay, we're going to go over to Coolhan Luke Bricks' YouTube, and he's going to do his Coolhan Luke stream. Okay. And bless him, right? Martin, he's the guy that's done all of this. Okay. He streamed like 7 times. I felt bad because I'm doing my little piece here, my little 3 hour, my 3 hour piece. And I wish I could have done more, but life takes over and I've got other shit to do. But Coolhan, Martin, bless him, he's done a good like 18, 20 hours of the whole thing.
Actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's been in everyone's chats doing stuff, the amount of stuff he's put into
field day with the whole lot.
He's the one that's organised people doing it, and really, really good. But I'm glad everyone liked it. I'm glad it was super engaging and stuff.
He's like the secretary from Skeleton Crew.
And I say, back and forth dialogue between 2 people in the room, it just works really good in my opinion, instead of do different screens and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a proper podcast, but
exactly.
But I'm glad we all liked it. I want to do a couple of shameless plugs before we go. So Jake's brother Zach right? Juicy Comics. You want to explain more about it?
Juicy Comics. So yeah, basically, my brother has started up his own publishing company, or looking at doing that. Juicy Comics. It's coming from fans for fans. He feels like the creative process with the big companies like Marvel and DC in the comic industry at the moment are very rushed. Stories don't really mean a lot. They're not very captivating. They're just making comics for making comics' sake. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's looking to start his own publishing company, Juicy Comics. He's looking to clench that first.
Yeah.
Right. That's the motto. So it's starting with a series that he's written himself, called British Kaiju. So if you're into Godzilla or Kaiju of that, that part of the internet, it's taking place in Britain, which most Kaiju stories tend to happen in Japan and the USA and stuff like that. So it's going to be very fresh for it to happen in Britain. He's going to, being from Hereford, us lot, he's got the SAS involved, which is really, really cool to have the SAS going up against, Kaiju of that magnitude. And there's a lot more work coming in the pipeline. He's looking at doing a comic about a tornado, but may just be getting bigger and bigger per issue. It will be F1, F2, F3 for each issue, and then by the time you get to the last one,
F5.
What's going to happen in that? It's going to be huge. So yeah, type in Juicy Comics on Instagram. Give him a follow. Get the shares out there.
Honestly, really good artwork.
My
his
brother
stories are good.
Yeah, my brother has honed his craft with his artwork. He's absolutely amazing with, being his twin. I've seen the way he's grown through his art, and some of the pieces that he's done. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. I couldn't be prouder. Could not be prouder at all.
Good.
So,
and then the final one. So my friend Jake here, this is his first chance at doing like the live stream kind of thing and being out there in the public domain type thing. It's an underestimate and it's an understatement to say that this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to basically pop culture, films. Like a lot of us hone in on specific things. Like I'm pretty good at Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty good at Star Wars, but this guy can pretty much tell you a lot about all kind of pop culture. Any film, you're the first person in the cinema to go and see something. First person to go and review it on Letterboxd. First you to go on Letterboxd, and he's made an actual Instagram account where he can start doing his reviews properly. And speaking about it and stuff, which would be really good. So if you want to hear more of that, and he is called Minister Geek on Instagram. So
born here today. I'm the minister. Okay, you will listen.
But
just go and drop it a follow. I'm going to look at putting out some reels, some videos. Normally when I do my reviews on Letterboxd, I'll post them to my story and stuff like that. But I'm looking at making short form content in the sense of actually talking to the camera and stuff like that, interacting with people. But it's the kind of the start of something. It's like a New Year's resolution. I wanted to start it at the start of the year, and we've kind of birthed it today.
But I say we've got 2 minutes left. I hope you enjoyed this show. UK Boys, right? It's not quite fully back because Josh wasn't here to do it, who I created it with, right? But we're going to continue to do it, and I'm sure I can pull Josh out of his hole at some point, like Tyler getting pulled out of his hole, right? We need to pull Josh out of his hole. But Jake will return. Maybe we'll try and make this a regular thing. Who knows, okay? Talking about all sorts of stuff, all right?
Come back.
But we will return. What I want to
enjoyable.
Draw you all attention now is make sure you go over to Cool Han Luke episode 16. He's got his live stream going on, right? He'll be starting anytime soon, and as soon as he starts, we're going to end it here, okay? So we've still got a minute left. As soon as I see that he's going, everyone jump over there, get in his, and we off ski, and maybe I'll be in the chat.
Causing a ruckus.
Yeah, causing mayhem. I've got to go to work tomorrow, so.
Oh, I don't.
I have early starts, man. Getting up at 6 o'clock.
I don't know how far you travel anyway.
Yeah, an hour to work every day and an hour back. Ooh. There you go, Amazing Spider Jack, Juicy Comics official.
Beautiful.
Oaktown's followed Juicy Comics and Minister Geeks. Minister Geek.
Thank you.
Right. As soon as he goes, we're just chatting shit now until he goes, because we've got to keep the live stream going. If I end now and he hasn't started, we're breaking the chain. We've got to keep going. So yeah, I'm glad this went really well.
It's gone really smooth.
It has gone really smooth.
You know, for my first podcast live stream style thing, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. So
yeah,
thank you for having me on.
Of course.
It's a good starter, good stepping stone for me.
We've got more. We're saying we're close to that 1,000 subs when I'm gonna give away something. All right. I'm not giving away this. Sam would kill me. I'm gonna build this next though. Don't know if I'll do it on the stream or not. But
I could have stated it.
I'll end up being a Tyler. If I tried to build this on stream, it would take 4 hours to get through one bag. So I need to get through this.
I reckon you give away this though.
Fuck it off. No way. There is no way. I'll just try and get hold of Martin, make sure when he's ready.
Favorite minifigure ever created?
Oh, that's so many to think about.
I know. Just one that pops into your head.
The first figure that popped into my head was Director Krennic.
Really?
Yeah.
Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, Faz.
Says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, while we're waiting, let's talk about the $1,000 Death Star.
Oh yeah, quickly.
So George said it. George, can you read? I think you said did you say you were in the gym and you heard someone say about it? It opens up.
Yeah.
Shadow box.
Shadow box.
Like the shadow box.
Batcave style.
Right.
Oh,
he's starting now. So thank you all. Get over there now.
Go.
Starting. He's going. Go. We'll be back. See you again. Thank you for everyone joining. Right. George. Have lots. You're seeing you all. I'm gonna end it. Bye.
Bye.